Hi guys, welcome to Let's Talk Tactics. Today we'll be talking about what we want to see from the codexes that are coming out.
Yeah.
The upcoming factions. We know now that Drukhari are coming, and Blood Angels are coming, of course, Dark Angels, and also Death Guard.
Death Guard as well.
Death Guard and Blood Angels are up for order now, or next week? They're up for order next week, aren't they?
Dan can tell us, the man with the
Yeah, Dan.
pre-orders.
The Blood Angels Codex is up.
From Saturday.
Yeah, from Saturday.
Ah, from
as well as
Saturday
the
onwards.
Christmas boxes,
Oh,
as well
nice.
as the new Marine tank.
The new
The
Oh,
Gladiator.
the Gladiator.
Gladiator tank.
Oh, cool. Very nice.
Yeah, we're going to actually try and do some painting in this stream, and rather than just talking. So
Yep.
I'm working... Oh, actually, Manny, what are you working on at the moment?
I'm working on some infantry, actually. I'm working on some demonettes, guys. These demonettes for the battle reports. Working on them. Getting them ready. I've painted them all. I can't layer. So I've left the layering of the skin to side. So I've done everything else on the demonettes that I can. And then I'm basing them now. So I've put Astro Granite debris on. And then what I've done is I've rimmed the bases black. And then what's going to happen is I'm going to Agrax Earthshade over the Astro Granite debris. And then I'm going to put some patches of snow on. And then I'm going to put some skulls on with Skeleton Horde wash on them. And then I'm going to put some blood for the Blood God just around the edges of the skulls. And they're going to come out looking like my Bloodthirsters. So, like, I'm trying to base all of the demons exactly the same. So, like, Tzeentch, Slaanesh, and Khorne all the same. So that, because you mix and match, right? You mix and match in demons. They never all look exactly the same.
You forgot the step
So-
where you blobbed loads of gold in the middle of them and rolled them.
Oh, yeah, guys.
Missed that stage.
Guys, so let me know what you think of my demonettes, whether you think they look cool or not. What do you think? What do you think to the gold armor, guys? Because I put gold on them. I know very many people don't put gold on their demonettes. It's normally like darker colors, like black and stuff. So I put some gold on it because I thought it split the colors. So they're purple, and then they've got gold armor.
Should it be gold?
And then
or
I've
pink?
Agrax Earthshaded it.
And then show them one of those.
Yeah, so guys,
so-
basically the question is, do you think I should paint them like pink horrors so they look like Tzeentch? Or do you think they should just be purple with some gold and stuff on them? Or do you think they should be painted like Tzeentch and be pink? Because Dan wants some like pink horrors, basically.
The question is,
So I've been painting...
golden crappy corsets or the pink?
No, because they'll get confused between Tzeentch.
So I've been painting the greatest
Oh,
demons
yes.
to go with this.
Simon's painted the stuff that goes with it.
So, what I've done on here is I've actually done the corsets. I've done them in Screamer Pink, which is quite a nice dropping stuff.
Oh, it's Magos purple, isn't it?
No, the corsets are actually Screamer Pink,
Ah.
which I think is really cool. So it contrasts the Slaanesh grey skin.
Yeah. So basically what we're trying to do is go like, so when they're running up the board together, they kind of look like they're from the same army.
But they don't.
So they've got the same hair and they've got the
Crappy
same...
gold corset.
So they got the same claws, they got the same hair, they got the same skin, and then both models have got gold on them. So that every main colour that's on each model is on both models. That's what we're trying to achieve.
There isn't any pink on that little model.
Sorry?
There isn't any pink on that.
Oh yeah, because there's less details obviously on troops than there are on characters.
So yeah, my aim today
Basically
is
what it
I'm
is.
in the middle of finishing 3 Keepers of Secrets. So Shalaxi's painted; she's just waiting for her base. But I'm painting some
other keepers,
of
yeah.
secrets to go with them. So these guys are almost done. All the base colours are done now. All the skin is done. I'm just putting now all the bases just ready for some washes, and then we're pretty much almost there, which is looking pretty good. And obviously we'll take questions from
Yeah, you have to take
chat
questions
as well.
from
See
the
if you-
chat, guys.
If you've got any questions, who's in the chat?
Oh yes, in the chat we've got Gaz Jones says first. He's first to the chat.
There you go.
Nice, Gaz.
You forgot your guest.
Barry says hey.
Oh yeah,
You forgot to introduce your guest.
we have a
Oh
guest
yes, we have Woz. We have Woz here,
evening, guys.
special guest on Let's Talk Tactics.
all the way.
How you doing, Woz? You
all
good?
the way from
Yeah.
Sanctum Gaming.
Not bad. Just obviously down to do some work for you guys, so just some bits and pieces around the shop and stuff. But yeah, thanks for inviting me on tonight. So I shall save not a lot because I don't know anywhere near as much as you guys. But I'll stump up with any bits and pieces I feel are relevant. Otherwise, I'll leave
Yeah.
it to
Oh
you.
yeah, that was relevant. Woz. What do you think? The gold armor, or do you think?
Yeah, well, I prefer the gold.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, Woz prefers the gold, guys.
I prefer the gold.
There we are. Dan, who's had his models in the back of a rules pack for not being fully painted and being docked points, is trying to weigh in with his comments, but that's how much he knows about painting. So, next comment. Barry says, hey.
Hey, Barry, how's it going?
Barry.
Gaz Jones says Drakari for the win. Yeah, I really want them to get some cool stuff.
I think we've got some
We've
got some opinions on Drakari coming up. I think we can go
Yeah,
through
man.
later
I think
on.
Incubi going to be really cool, man.
Flat 2 damage.
I was wondering what the F word was going to.
No,
It just
no.
went.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
So, I would just say, obviously in the preview, it's flat 2 damage on both profiles. which is
Yeah,
cool.
it's really good.
So it's strength +1, AP -2, 2 damage.
Yeah, AP -2 damage.
But you gain an extra attack for every attacker's profile, basically. Like a
Yeah,
super
yeah,
attack, so
it's
you
so
get more
cool,
attacks.
isn't it?
Or you gain like an extra attack.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's strength +2, so it makes them strength 6. Yeah?
Yeah. Strength 6. Then they get +1 as well, don't they?
Yes.
Yeah. So they'd be like strength 7.
Yeah. Are they still? Someone just remind me, are Incubi strength 3 or 4?
Strength 3 normally. I think.
Oh, so it's strength 4 or strength 5, and that's fine. Strength 5 with -2 and 2 damage is amazing. That's really, really good.
Yeah, that's it.
Or
man.
strength 4 with a load of extra attacks. That was it.
Nice. Oh, yeah, James says, hey.
Hello,
Ash
James.
says, insert joke about rimming demonettes.
Too easy to make.
Barry says they should match Big Chicken.
You're right, they should. I also painted that.
Don't use Agrax, use Reichland or Seraphim Sepia. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was talking about this because Reichland and Seraphim Sepia, they bring out the gold, don't they? They make it look a bit shinier and brighter, don't they?
Yeah,
So I was just going
so-
for a bit more of a dull thing so that the keepers are the ones that stand out, not the
Yeah,
infantry.
Reichland has a bit
Sort of
more of a reddy tone to it, so it tends to make stuff a little bit brighter.
Yeah, yeah,
Agrax
yeah.
is very much brown, so
Yeah,
it makes
that's why I
things
went
look
for
a
the
lot more
Agrax.
dirtier.
Yeah, because that's the thing, because they look darker now, so they look like they're not going to be the things that stand out. The keepers are going to be the things that stand
Yeah.
out. So that's what I was trying to do. But yeah. Oh, Barry says it looks like they go well with the keeper. Nice. David, if we had the colours we want, we wouldn't have any gingers around.
Hi, David.
Love it. Love it.
Love it, Dave. Love it.
Oh, and look, Dan, it looks like no one agrees with you. No one. Zero. He's awkwardly laughing, guys. Got nothing left to say. Yeah. Don't cuss my models again, bruv! Yeah. Oh, that's me done, guys. I've had my fun now, so I'm good.
So what do
Let's all go home now.
Yeah, that's all we wanted to discuss today.
That's all we wanted to discuss.
prove a
Were
point
the
in
colours
chat.
on the Demoness right or wrong? And I've got a Yorkie with me because I couldn't find any digestive biscuits for tonight.
Yeah, we have no digestive biscuits, so
So-
Manning having no biscuits
Gotta
it
have
might
to have a Yorkie.
actually, well, it might actually have to work. You might actually
Oh
have to paint
my
stuff.
god, it's horrendous.
Forward to it.
What do you think, Wars? Do you think I should work?
well, not anymore.
I look better not working, don't I? I think, yeah, definitely.
So what do you reckon the Blood Angels Codex holds in store for us?
Yeah, see, this is what I'm excited for, man. I think Blood Angels are going to be really cool because, like we say, they've got the +1 to wound. Inherently, that's what you just get for being Blood Angels.
Yeah.
I think that's massive. Sanguinary Guard right now. I would load all of you Sanguinary Guard guys with Incarmine Swords. I've got 30. Working on 30 of them, like building them up, getting them converted and stuff, to have all the weapons that I want. And we've got 30 for the Glasshammer streams and battle reports, all being armed with Encarmine Swords.
So we should probably
I think
explain.
swords are just the best.
We should probably explain why swords are now the
Yeah.
best.
Yeah,
So
well, it's the same.
obviously, with the new change to power swords, they all gained +1 strength. So
Yeah.
Incarmine swords are now strength 5 basic, AP -3, 2 damage because Incarmine down to flat 2 damage, and +1 to wound because they're blood angels.
Because they're Blood Angels, yeah.
So they wound knights or anything like toughness 8 on 4s.
On 4s. And that's the massive swing, guys. It's just a massive swing because Power Fist are -1 to hit. And then they're wounding on 3s. But the swords are not -1 to hit. And then they're wounding on 4s. So they're not that far behind Power Fist on killing big. No, I think it's pretty equal. A Power Fist hits on 4s, then wounds on 3s. Whereas a Power Sword hits on 3s, then wounds on 4s. So it's pretty much exactly the same damage-wise what they do to, like, vehicles and stuff. Because the Power Fists are still 2 damage, but the Incarmine Swords now are also 2 damage. But the difference is, against anything else, the swords are better. So against big stuff, they're equal, but then against anything else, I think the swords are just better because they've got, their AP -3, they're flat 2 damage, but they don't have that -1.
Yeah.
They don't have that minus
And
one.
then obviously being flat 2 damage as well, it means that when you inevitably come across more Marine players, they just go through regular Marine infantry.
Yeah, I think
really,
Sanguinary
really
Guard
fast.
are awesome right now.
Yeah.
I would love to see Sanguinary Guard go to 3 wounds. You know, everybody else's elite Terminators and stuff are going to 3 wounds and stuff, and I think Sanguinary Guard are basically the elite of the Blood Angels, aren't they?
They're as close as it comes to being a Custodes without it actually being a...
Without actually being a Custodian, yeah. So I
absolutely,
think 3 wounds would make sense for Sanguinary Guard, personally.
It's going to be interesting to see if they keep a lot of their mobility, because obviously they have jump packs already, so 12 inch
Yeah,
is good.
yeah.
But it's whether they'll gain the 3d6 charge from the Deep Strike ability.
I really hope they do. And upon Wings of Fire.
Was it Wings of Fire with the reposition?
With the reposition, yeah. And I think it's Descent of Angels that gives you
Descent
the
of
reroll.
Angels, that's the one. Yeah, sorry, I think
3d6
upon Wings
charge.
of I think the other one's the Custode one. I think got kind of confused. It's basically
3d6
3d6 charge when they arrive from a Deep Strike, which is quite nice.
That's what I want them to get, man. I want them to get these cool rules back. Because they had so many cool ones, and now they've only got like 3 strats.
Yeah,
Feels a bit weird, but yeah, I'm hoping when they've got their...
I do think they're going to lose their pre-game move. I suspect that's
Well, they
gonna
already
go...
have, right? So
Well, yeah,
it depends what they get back. I don't think they'll get the reposition back, and I don't think they'll get the 3d6 charge back, just because things are getting worse. Like, we can see that.
Ash says, so far every Blood Angels release has been demonstratively worse than their previous iteration.
Yeah.
You know,
this is
Worse
the
than their
reason
previous
why it
iteration.
could finally be good.
Didn't all the named characters get massively, like Mephiston got massively hiked in points, didn't
Yeah,
he?
he
Like,
did.
obviously
This is
just
the
wasn't
thing
worth
I don't
100%.
understand as well, because like Space Wolves, they're cool. Space Wolves are really cool. I'm really excited to get my Space Wolves on the table, but guys, they've lost a lot, man. They've lost a lot.
Well, yeah, Wolfen, for instance,
Yeah,
really bad.
Wolfen got absolutely battered, you know, and they lost all their cool strats, man. They lost the exploding force to hit strat on characters. They lost the full rerolls to wound strat on characters. They've lost a lot.
And this is what worries me about Sanguinary Guard and Death Company, because the Wolfen are the Space Wolves kind of like special unit, and they got hit pretty bad.
Yeah,
So,
but for me, for me, Wolfguard are the Space Wolf unit, man. Like Thunderwolves and Wolfguard.
Thunderwolves got a massive buff.
Yeah, Thunderwolves got a massive buff. Being 4 wounds each is incredible. And being able to advance and charge naturally is wicked.
Yeah.
So good.
Well,
So good.
anybody who's played, Centurions or Custode bikes knows how annoying 4 wound stuff is just in general to get rid of.
Yep.
So now imagine a giant wolf barreling towards you, and they're 4 wounds with a bucket load of attacks, and they can all take Storm Shield, so they've all got 2 up saves and 4 up invuns, and you can give them all Power Fists. It's a pretty brutal unit.
Yeah,
So
Thunderwolf Cavalry, at 60 points a model, they can have a Storm Shield and a Power Fist. 60 points, man. So good. You've essentially got characters running around for 60 points each.
So if Sanguinary Guard end up something like that, in terms of like being a good unit in the book, they're in a really, really good place.
It's a shame they're not bikes, because the Apothecaries could bring them back to life, I think.
Well, Blood Angels will lose it.
The biggest shame, guys, just coming on from that is the only Marine faction that can't have an Apothecary is Space Wolves.
No, Blood
That
Angels
is
won't get it either.
ridiculous.
I think
Because they'll
Blood
get
Angels
their-
can take one.
Oh well, they won't in their new book though, because they'll have to take what's it called,
the
Sanguinary Priests.
Sanguinary Priest, no, but Blood Angels can still take
at the
Apothecaries.
moment they can.
At the moment they can, but they'll probably lose.
No, because they're in the Marine book.
Yeah, it's in the Marine book.
In the Marine book, it tells you what factions can't take
Oh
stuff.
really?
Yeah,
In the Marine book, it says Space Wolves cannot take Apothecaries, but it doesn't say Blood Angels can't.
Pretty sure it doesn't say Blood
Yeah,
Angels.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
That's really weird, isn't it, bro?
Yeah, because
that's really weird.
It's because the Sanguinary Priest is specifically a apothecary, so it's very, very strange that they can do that.
Yeah.
Oh well, super fast Blood Angels armies with an apothecary then.
Ash says Blood Angel Terminators being 3 wounds is helpful. The Smash Captain won't be as good as he
Yeah.
was. Yeah.
No,
Definitely.
I think it was
Chapter Masters,
I think it was inevitable the Smash Captain was going to get it this edition.
Icon of the Angel, arguably the best relic from Psychic Awakening, has changed to re-roll charges instead of re-roll any
Instead of re-roll any dice.
dice. Oh right, is it?
Ooh. Okay,
Well,
so
reroll charges
that's
is
a bit of
still-
enough.
Fair,
Yeah, but reroll charges is still good.
Yeah, but you could do
Especially
it
for-
before, but you could just choose which of the dice you wanted to reroll.
Yeah, but
So it's pretty big,
you just
man.
reroll both now.
Yeah, that's a bit sucky. You know, that's a bit bad. Barry, don't you think it's weird they made a big deal about giving stuff the Wolfguard keyword, but it actually does nothing. It literally interacts with nothing. You know, I thought the exact same thing.
Weird.
I thought like what's his name? Who throws the hammer?
Ayak Rockfist.
Yeah, Aryak. I thought Arjak was. I thought Arjak was going to give rules to Wolfguard and like make them tougher and stuff like that. Give them reroll ones to wound only to Wolfguard and stuff like that. I thought there were going to be specific buffs or strats that you could use specifically on Wolfguard units, but there's nothing.
Nothing at all.
But like things get the Wolfguard keyword, which is really weird. You know what I mean? Like
I have a suspicion that it's another one of those things where books are written at different times, and
Yeah.
they probably added it to the Space Marine book and then never got round to doing anything with it in the Wolf book. So
yeah.
Probably two, but they were written, as you say, 2 months apart, probably when they were written. So
But this is the thing
Probably.
though. Like, shouldn't there be a strat for Wolfguard? There's a strat for Sanguinary
I mean,
Guard. There's a
there's a long
strat
way
for.
to go in 9th edition. Who's to say
Yeah.
we're not going to get add-ons?
Supplements
well,
again,
this is
yeah.
the thing, right? Because
Yeah,
we've seen in the preview that we are now going to get sort of like supplements mid-codex releases, which is interesting. So you could see later on getting some additional stuff
Oh, okay.
as and when they need to change stuff for campaigns
30,
and stuff.
37 codexes or something bizarre now to get through. It's 2 codexes a month. That's 18 months in it of just codexes.
Like a year and a half of
Yeah,
like
no,
codex
and then
releases
you-
to get round
and
to
then
everyone.
You only have maybe
Well,
a
that's
year
not
and a
even-
half of that.
Well, you've also got
you know?
to factor in there's going to be AOS releases in during that time
Yeah.
and specialist games because we've also got new Blood Bowl and new
Yeah,
Commander Titanicus. So,
So
it's
many
a lot
things
of time.
in there. So many things.
So we got Death Guard as well, which obviously come out.
Yeah, Death Guard are coming. Guys, I love Death Guard, man. Nurgle is my favourite Chaos God. I love Chaos in general, but Nurgle is my favourite Chaos God, and I have got a whole Death Guard army. But I don't know, man. From what I've seen so far, I'm a bit disappointed.
Well, before we go off on a tangent, have we got any more questions in chat to move on to? Let's see if
Oh.
Praise for Obsec counts as 20 for 9, says Ash. we'd all like that, Ash, I think.
Yeah, Obsec for Knights would be pretty cool.
it's funny we were having this discussion on the end
Yeah.
of Thursday Night Fights last week about that.
Yeah.
Yes, so much yes. Oh my god, it would change everything.
They
Can you
would be
imagine?
incredible.
Could you
Knights
imagine?
Really struggle with primaries,
Yeah.
don't they, really?
Yeah.
In the current...
Secondaries are not too bad, but they're primaries. Especially
I think, because obviously the one thing they struggle with is the mission.
It's primaries.
The one thing. But if you make them 20 models, even 10, if you made them 10 models and OBSEC, I think they would just be too brutal, man. You'd go back to armies just not being able to deal with them and stuff.
You say that,
I
but
think.
Space Marine armies can deal with Knights dead easy because of Eradicators. Everyone knows
So-
how
but
big
they've got to get
Eradicators
there.
are. 30-inch range.
24-inch range, isn't it?
24, is it 24?
24-inch range.
29 effective.
But I think,
ranges in
obviously, you could do things like take 3 Crusaders and then 60 Guardsmen.
Yeah.
And then just run the Guardsmen up to screen.
Well, I don't
and
think that's
go,
going to be the case because
where your Eradicators can move to, they just can't reach my height.
Well, no,
Yeah,
that
I
is
think-
that is how you'd play them right now. But if the trend in the books, which is you gain buffs if you just take a pure faction,
Oh yeah, like a pure army.
then
That's true.
the guardsman thing isn't going to work
And
because you'll want to gain.
Because
buffs.
don't get me wrong, I think Knights should play the primaries a bit better, but I think it should be something like they gain OBSEC. But I think being counted as 10 models means because some armies, guys, you got to remember, some armies out there just can't kill Knights. They just can't. All game, they might be able to kill one Knight or something like that. Those armies play around Knights by being able to play the mission and stuff. So I don't think you can. I don't know. I would love OBSEC on the Knights, but still just one model.
Which army struggle to kill Knights then, Manny? In your opinion?
Oh, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So the thing is, there's for example, Death Watch at the moment, just because but they won't soon because we know heavy intercessors are coming, but people can't take heavy intercessors at the moment. But heavy intercessors are coming, and then they'll make it so that you can play against Knights and stuff. But at the moment, you just can't.
Because you can't take Eradicators to go with it.
Yes, yeah. And then you have armies like Grey Knights, man. Grey Knights really struggle against big vehicles like Knights, man.
It says the man who killed 12 Knights.
Yeah, but they were baby Knights.
Yeah.
They were baby Knights, and they run at you.
Toughness 7.
Yeah, because they're combat Knights, right? They're Warglaives. They run at you. 3 Crusaders sitting at the back with 60 Guardsmen in front of them. How do Grey Knights kill that? You can't even shoot a knight.
With great
You're
difficulty, yeah.
never allowed to. You just, you know what I mean? And you have to be able to charge with your paladins to kill a good amount. Like everyone saw, right? Like I shot the paladins. So on Thursday Night Fire is the perfect example, guys. I shot the paladin blob and I spent 3 CPs on them and they killed one baby knight.
Yeah.
And then on the other side, I got my Terminator unit. I spent 3 command points on them and they took 2 wounds off a baby knight.
Yeah.
Right? 2 wounds off a baby knight. It's pretty ridiculous for a 400 and something point unit that you take 2 wounds off a knight. So I think that there are armies out there that will struggle with that. Oh, here we are. Could have a degrading profile and how many models. Ah, I like that idea by Ash, actually.
So the more
Yeah,
wounds
that
take,
could
the
be
less they
cool.
count as.
Yeah, like on top profile, they count as 10 models obsec.
5 and
When they're battered, they count as 5, and then on bottom, they count as like 2 models or 3 models. Yeah, I like that, Ash. That could be really, really cool. I like that. I like
I
that.
can go on to say every time I played Knights in Knights, I haven't struggled to kill the enemy, but primary missions have been awful. Yeah.
Yeah, there you are. See, look, you do kill the enemy when you're playing knights. But yeah, the primary is hard. I do understand that. But that's because things like one guardsman are running onto your objective and obsecking it. But if you did count as obsec and stuff like that, that could try and stop it. But yeah, I agree with the degrading thing.
Yeah.
I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
Really, really cool. Really, really
Just
cool.
Switching to Death Guard, one of the things I really enjoyed about the Death Guard release at the weekend, talking about, was when they showed the picture of the Lord Discordant in Death Guard colours.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
really excited because that's massive. I mean, all the other things aside, all the other rumours about only going to a 6-up, discussing the resilience side,
Yeah.
I think Lord's Discordant will be big for the Death Guard armies, for the amount of different things you can do with defilers and all the other demon engines. I think that'll be massive. So, if it's true, I think it's it's not just one of those things they've just stuck into a video. Then I think it'll be big. But
Exactly. One of the things that's going crazy for Death Guard is Feel No Pain. The disgustingly resilient. I don't like the fact that vehicles don't get it. I don't like the fact that it's infantry only.
We did touch a little bit on it like last week, but yeah,
But I think for Plague Marines, they'll still be tougher than they are now.
because they're 2 wounds.
Because they're going to 2 wounds. I think, I think 2 wounds with a 6-up Feel No Pain is better than 1 wound with a 5-up Feel No Pain.
I know this is a
Because you have 2 wounds. Do you know what I mean? I think 2 wounds is better than 1. So I think Plague Marines are still going to get buffed by the fact that they're going to 6 of Feel No Pain. They'll still be good. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think 2. If they only go up like 2 points a model, oh man, toughness 5 with 2 wounds each, with Feel No Pain for 20 points.
I will just ask.
Oh man, that's so good.
Because I don't know if it's been confirmed. Do we definitely know that Plague Marines are going to 2 wounds?
Yeah, all
Marines.
confirmed all Chaos Space Marines were going to 2 wounds some time ago.
That's
All
fine.
like Marine side
Because
models.
All Marine
I-
models, so
I
not
just-
cultists, nothing like
Oh,
that.
I don't see how they could. They've made regular tactical Marines 2 wounds.
I know. I just have this horrible suspicion that GW have said this in a stream, and then they're going to be like, actually, we realise that Death Guard would be too strong with 2 wounds, so we've decided to make them 1 wound.
Oh
No, I can't see
no!
that.
GW never realise when something's going to be too strong, do they? They release. So look at the Leviathan.
No, they don't realise
Iron Hands
anything for
Leviathan.
Marines. They don't realise Marine stuff is too powerful.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But yeah, I don't know, man. I think
I just want to,
I
just
think
before we all
they're
get
gonna be
excited about
2 wounds.
the fact that we could have something
Yeah.
really tough to do with the Marine meta as it kind of is, I just want to make sure that they're definitely going to 2 wounds, because I just in the back of my head I'm like, GW could just make them 1 wound.
I don't think so, man. Not when a regular tactical Marine is 2. If they would have, for example, if the Space Marine book came out and like they'd made tactical Marines 1 wound each, but changed things like Vanguard veterans to 2 wounds, then I'd agree. I'd be like, oh, maybe Plague Marines are gonna stay the same. Yeah, 1
Because
wound.
tactical Marines are 2 wounds.
Yeah, because tactical Marines are 2 wounds, I think every Marine's going to be 2 wounds. I can't wait for 2 wound Corn Berserkers,
Yeah,
man.
Berserkers,
Whenever they
like
come, man.
Corn Berserkers
When
is
they
2
come, they're going to be awesome. 2 wound Corn Berserkers is going to be
Probably
awesome.
5 as well.
Yeah.
Increasing pattern,
Like I say,
and stuff like that.
The Vanguard vet equivalent in every army is really cool right now, in my opinion. Like Vanguard veterans with Storm Shields and then Lightning Claws, or Storm Shields and Power Fists, are really, really good at the moment. And I think, because they're very points efficient and quick. And, 2 wounds each with Storm Shields. 2 up save, 4 up
How
invuln.
many lightning claws? I think
So,
is
so
like
good.
2 lightning claws now is bonkers.
Yeah, 2
as
lightning
well.
claws is bonkers. Yeah, exactly. But
Yeah,
then
the fact you
Storm
only
Shield
need-
and 1 lightning claw is
Yeah,
really
the
good.
fact you only
you still
need
get
one-
+1 attack for having
yeah.
1 lightning claw.
The fact you
So
need
good,
one
so
to get
good.
the bonus attack is big, which means you can keep the
So good. Yeah.
yeah, it means you can use 1 lightning claw and the storm shield.
Yeah.
That's insanely good.
Yeah, exactly.
So-
Like, for example, the Vanguard veteran equivalent in a Space Wolf army is Wolfguard in jump packs. Wolfguard with jump packs. I've got Wolfguard with jump packs in my army, armed with Storm Shields and Lightning Claws. A mix of Storm Shields and Lightning Claws and Storm Shields and Power Fists. And they're really, really good. Mainly because Space Wolves get the +1 to hit in combat.
Yeah.
So, that, you know, their Lightning Claws are hitting on 2s, and then their Power Fists are still hitting on 3s. So that's really, really good.
Between Space Wolves then and Blood Angels and White Scars, the 3 Marine close combat armies, how do you rank how do you rank them? From
Yeah, it's really
Because
it's
obviously
really
all
weird,
have
isn't
their own-
it?
it's the
Until
+1
I
damage, +1 to wound, +1 to
I think
hit.
until we see what the special Blood Angels units gain, I think it's difficult to say. I think right now probably Space Wolves are probably at the top. I would say right now.
Oh yeah, right now. But
Right
from the
now.
minute the Blood Angels book's going to drop, I think it's going to be between
Angels.
Space Wolves and Blood
Do
Angels.
Space Wolves only get their +1 to hit in certain doctrines, or is it?
No,
No,
no.
it's just that's just
Space Wolves just get +1 to
Yeah,
hit in
and Blood
combat.
Angels could just get
Then they
+1
get
to
an
hit.
extra. Oh,
sorry,
they
it's a
get
+1 on the-
exploding sixes.
It's sorry, it's +1
from
to
turn
hit on the
3.
turn they charge. But it's not just +1 to hit every round of combat, is it?
+1 to hit on the turn they charge.
Yeah, and get charged and
Yeah.
like
That's
first
what I
round
mean,
of
the
combat.
first round of
always,
combat,
yeah.
is it? I should probably do.
I think it's the first round of combat, but they can all heroically intervene. Every Space Wolf unit can heroically intervene 3 inches.
3 inches, they're not 6 like it
But
was
that's
with-
incredible.
It's
Like,
so
but
good.
everybody can do it now, not just one unit.
It makes your opponent really think like, if I charge these guys next to them are
No,
all
but it's
gonna pile
bait,
down.
guys. It's bait. I mean, if you know, like what good players will do, guys, is they'll go into objectives, but they won't cover objectives. Like, you know, some people you go into an objective and you'll cover an objective so your opponent can't get within 3 of it. But what Space Wolf armies will do is they'll just stand on the middle of the objective and they'll go, if you come to hold this objective, I will heroically intervene you.
Yeah.
There's no way you can like stop it. And that's the thing, man. Like, people will go for it and then they'll get heroically intervene. And I think that'll be massive. I think that's really, really big. Yeah. Heroic.
And then because they've heroically been, they'll gain their +1 to hit.
Yeah.
as well.
It's
a lose-lose.
It's incredible, man. I think that's really, really good. But then also the +1 to wound for being a Blood Angel is massive. The reason why I would rank White Scars below both of those, below both of Space Wolves and Blood Angels, is because White Scars' main thing, advance and charge is big. Advance and charge is big. But the main thing for White Scars is the flat 2 damage. The +1 damage on all their melee weapons. But they only get that from turn 3 onwards.
Yeah, it's
But
a
they do get it for
doctrine.
4 turns. Obviously, if you go, or 3 turns, 3, 4, and 5.
Yeah, you get it for 3, 4, and 5.
Yeah.
But like Blood Angels and Space Wolves get their good one from the start. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Blood Angel, because it's the opposite way around, right? Like White Scars get advance and charge, but then the best thing about them is the +1 damage, but they get that later on in the game. But Blood Angels, for example, they get +1 to wound from the start of the game, which is the best ability. But then the other one, they just get +1 attack from turn 3, which is good. That's the right way around, I think.
Yeah.
And then also, it's the most beneficial way around for the Blood Angels. And then Space Wolves, again, they get Heroic Intervention and +1 to hit from the start of the game, which are their better abilities. Then they get Exploding Sixes from turn 3, which is their slightly worse ability. So that's the better way around for them.
It also kind of makes Thunderhammers a bit more attractive still for Space Wolves, because you're not suffering that -1 to hit like you are with Thunderhammers for Blood Angels or for White Scars. You're obviously hitting on 4s, but
I
obviously
think.
Space Wolves are still
Well,
on
actually,
3s.
I think Power Fists is the way to go now because of just a flat 2 damage
For who, sorry?
for like Space Wolves. I think Power Fists would be the way I would go
Space
rather
Wolves.
than hammers.
Yeah, I like Power Fists because they're an extra AP.
-1, -3 is at 2 damage as opposed to -2.
Yeah, Thunderhammers have
Yeah.
been changed to -2. I don't like that, man. I like the -3 flat 2 damage. I think
Because
Power
there was
Fists.
a rumour being bantered around before the release that Thunderhammers are going to flat 4 damage, and everyone was like, "That's ridiculous."
Yeah, ridiculous.
Yeah,
They came down an AP,
Yeah.
and then Power Fists went up an AP. No, sorry, stayed the same AP, but then they've got
flat
flat 2 damage.
rather than D4.
So it makes sense that they're trying to do it so that everything gives you like different strengths and APs accordingly, which I like.
Although White Scars, Mastercrafted Thunderhammers, flat 5 damage in turn 3.
Turn
4,
3, yeah,
4,
man.
5.
It's pretty savage.
It's pretty savage.
Pretty savage, yeah, man. So I would rank them like that. I think Blood Angels and Wolves would be at the top for me. Wolves first at the moment because their book is out, and they are better than what you can do with Blood Angels right now. But I think when the book comes out, it'd be interesting to see Blood Angels or Wolves, which one it is. Oh, Ash. Will we see Glasshammer at the WTC, assuming it goes ahead? Possibly. It really depends on time and stuff, guys. So I have dropped out of Team England for the year. I have retracted my application to play for Team England for this year. So I'm not going to play for Team England at the WTC because we've got a lot of work to do, guys. As you can see, look at this. We're just sat here painting, trying to paint army after army, right?
One of us is painting.
And Simon's painted 4 models. I've painted 30. Who's counting?
Dave says get some basing done, man.
Yeah, I'm just giving Simon a chance to catch up. Do you know what I mean? That's what it is, guys. But no, yeah, Simon's doing a great job, guys. He's doing all the cool looking models. I'm doing the chaff, because no one really wants to look at the chaff. So
then after that, we've got Dark Angels and Drukhari, of course, which were announced on
Saturday
to come out.
Well, we'll probably move on to that in a minute. Let's see if we've got any other questions in the chat.
No, Ash was last comment there about
no one else?
WTC. So
Cool.
Yeah, about the WTC. And that's the thing about the WTC, guys, is I don't know if it'll go ahead, man. Because we've got till August to see if it goes ahead. But I just don't know, man. I don't know if it'll be out because obviously it's like a 1,000-man event. You know what I mean? With all the things that go on there. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. But yeah, that's the thing, man. I've dropped out of Team England. I won't be playing because guys, as you can see, we're trying to get more and more fresh content for you guys. We're trying to make the content better for Elite members, and we want to do some free view videos. So we want to be putting out free view battle reports and Elite battle reports. We want to be giving you Elite members 2 battle reports a week. Do you know what I mean? Like one that anyone can watch, but that you'll also get, and then one that only you guys will get in the Elite group. Do you know what I mean? So we're trying to do it so that you guys get better and better content. So we've got a lot of work to do for that. So that's what I'm concentrating on right now. And that's where all my time is going.
We've discussed, we've not ruled out 100% that we won't go to ETC. But I think basically if we go there, it'll be in a non-competing environment. So
yeah, it'll be like to stream again.
We may go to stream.
It'll be like to stream again, like we have done for the last 2 years. We might go to stream again. And we'll play in the singles if we go. We can play. We'll play in the singles. We'll give you guys updates on how we're getting along and stuff like that. So it'll be a good amount of fun. And then we will stream the event if we go, right? So we'll still be there, hopefully, if we can.
Gary says, have you looked into how the latest lockdown announcements affect Glasshammer on the second?
We have. We had a little bit of a discussion about it earlier. We've definitely got some.
So as far as I can tell, we can open again as a shop, but it depends what tier Telford is in.
Yeah, because we went into tier 2 right at the beginning of this second lockdown. We're in a bit of a
the rule of 6 was only allowed outdoors, so we had to shut the gaming floor. The shop was still open, but we had to shut the gaming floor. So it depends what tier we open up in. If the rule of 6 is allowed indoors, then the gaming floor can open. So we just got to see what to do, and that's a big thing.
We definitely need to just sit down with all of the new lockdown rules this week, and hopefully by the end of this week, I would imagine we'd have a bit more to say on where we go when we come out of lockdown. I think that's probably the fairest thing to say right now. Mm-hmm. We definitely want to reopen again as soon as possible. It's just a case of seeing where we sit in terms of where we are in the lockdown and what we're allowed to do, basically. So.
Oh, we got some love for Dan in the chat. Dan, there's some love for you in the chat. Dan to win the singles of the ETC. Oh my god! Wow. Yeah, right. Here we are, guys. What the hell? That's not the bloody attitude, man.
I'm not going to stay sober enough for that. When there's cheap beer going, there's no way I'm not.
Where is it? Where is it next year?
It's in Austria because Austria were meant to host it this year.
Oh mate, Austrian beer. Austrian beer, Dan. Yeah. You are screwed. You are going to be absolutely happy. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, he'll be fine. Actually, no, he'll be fine because he won't be able to afford it.
Cherry lager.
Guys, Dan in Spain was incredible. It was incredible. It's the most hammered I've ever seen, Dan.
Hold on. Are any of the stories here stream friendly?
Oh, no. We won't embarrass him. Let's move on.
So, what else we got?
Barry says, that's a shame. I'd love to see you guys in action in a tourney trying to win it. Oh no, of course, mate. We would,
we'll still do
you know, if
tournaments.
we played in the
still do.
singles, if we played in the singles at WTC, we'd still go there to try and do the best we can.
And
right?
although, I mean, you've dropped from Team England, but that hasn't stopped Manny from doing any other events. So hopefully you'll still be going to go off to win events.
Oh
everywhere
no,
else
yeah,
anyway.
yeah, guys.
That's the thing, we're still going to go out there and
the
win
minute
events.
tourneys reopen, we will be attending tournaments, trying to win, and doing tournament vlogs and updates for you guys. That is something that we were, because obviously, Let's Talk Tactics, guys, used to be us going to tournaments and then coming back and talking about all the cool armies that we saw at the tournament, what's won the tournament, what's doing well in that tournament, all these new kind of things. That's what we used to do for you guys on Let's Talk Tactics, and we haven't forgotten that, guys. We will be doing those kind of things again the minute tournaments are allowed to reopen. Like, so I mean, guys, I've dropped out of Team England to give you guys like better quality battle reports and all that kind of stuff, but that's because there's a lot of work involved in the application process of this year, and I just didn't want to try to, I didn't want to get in the team over somebody who's actually dedicating a lot of time to the task to try and get on the team
Not
this
enough
year.
money to go around, that's what I'm saying.
Basically, yeah. So, but yeah, the minute singles tournament's open, guys. So the reason why I'm playing for Team England is because we're trying to give content to you guys. So going to tournaments and giving you guys updates and seeing what's the local meta, what's winning, and bringing back a reporting to you. That is content, guys. So
we'll have Manicam. We'll have Manicam on the.
We'll have Manicam.
Manicam will be on the scene at most big tournaments, especially the UK ones.
Richard says me and Barry will be the roadies.
Oh yeah, you need a couple of roadies.
You can just carry your
I need a couple of
army
roadies.
cases for
Yeah,
you.
like Jez and
Unbox your armies. Supans, yeah.
Super Dan, we got Super Dan. Dan is probably the most like Super Hands out of any of us. I mean, you are Mark Corrigan.
I am Mark. Yeah. Absolutely. Mark.
Oh man, that makes me jealous. Damn. Oh my god, none of them are that great, are they really?
They're all
Really
terrible.
sexy cheerleaders.
Oh man.
Yes, what we got? Dark Angels and Drakari.
Drukhari, yes. So
Oh,
we've
yes.
we've seen the previews for the Incubi, which are looking pretty
Pretty
good,
tasty, yeah.
pretty tasty. 7-inch move, 3+ save, 3 attacks, basic.
3 attacks base.
So they're
4 attacks
pretty
inside,
good.
Yeah.
That's it, man.
We haven't seen the power level yet. I don't think, have we?
Yeah, it was on the chart.
Oh, it is on
power
the-
level 8. I want to say power level 8.
Is it on the Warhammer
It's on
community?
the Warhammer community.
Let's open it. Let's open it, guys. Let's open it.
So while he's doing that, I just want to quickly say, if any of you guys are AOS fans, New Sigvold is gorgeous.
Yes.
He looks
and I've got a lot of
fantastic.
conversion ideas for him. Oh yes.
There's a lot of people saying that they'd like to make him into you'd make a better 30k Sanguinius or a 30k.
Yeah,
Well,
he looks
here's-
really good at
looks
like
really
So,
Sanguinius.
so guys, here's my plan. Here's my plan. Dan, you'll like this, I
everything,
think.
Oh, yeah.
So you guys know I've got a converted Imperial Knight army, and I've been looking for something to do for Magnus, the stand-in. Sigvold on top of Marathi, Demon Fulgrim.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, Demon Fulgrim. Oh.
And then have him make
The
him look
Marathi
like
model's
Demon
perfect.
Fulgrim.
That's how I imagine
Yeah.
Fulgrim.
Make him look like
Yeah, like
make him look like
Snakish, because he's Slanesh. He's the Slanesh
But I'll
Primarch.
but in games I
And
can
the
use him as
top
Magnus.
half of Fulgrim, Sigvold, yeah, because he'd be elegant,
Elegant
and he's a swordsman.
snaky tail, yeah.
I would just
Fulgrim.
the
Oh,
only,
that'd be
the, only,
class.
the only problem is I would need to buy 2 Sigvolds to have enough arms.
Yes.
That is the only
Yeah.
downside. But that's depending on scale, because he's obviously bigger than a lot of the other guys.
It looks about the same sort of scale as Gulliman, doesn't it? I think that's
Yes,
how he looked
he's a demon prince, so he's pretty big.
Yeah.
So as long as he's roughly the same scale, I think there's some conversion potential there. So that's my idea: is making a demon Fulgrim, because I think
I've
he's
seen
fantastic.
a few Marathi conversions of demon princes, and they all look really
Yeah,
good.
so it's not the cheapest model in the world, because I would need to buy 2 Sigvolds and a Marathi, but I think it'd be funny as a standout model for the army. Then that would be cool. Have you found it? He's found it.
Yeah, I found it. I found the previews. Death Guard, Drukhari, Adeptus Mechanicus, and Imperial Knights.
So this is in the Warzone Caradon. Caradon. Charadon.
Charadon. Charizard. Warzone Charizard.
Warzone Charizard.
That's all set on the Forge world of
Metallica.
isn't it? Yeah, so.
The most metal planet.
Oh, really? Is it with a name like Metallica?
It is actually called Metallica.
Yeah.
Warzone Metallica.
Obviously,
Wow.
Death Guard have invaded. Metallica.
Also, I will just say, before this preview now, they've changed it, because it did say Knights, just Knights. So everyone was like, "Oh, it's going to be Chaos Knights as well." They've changed it now. It is just Imperial Knights. So
Oh no.
but here we go.
There they are,
Drukhari book. The
coded.
new artwork
Oh,
looks
the
good.
cover looks really cool
Yeah,
on
the
the new
witch on the front.
Drukhari book.
Yeah, sweet.
Oh yeah, that looks really, really cool.
So here we go.
Love it. Here we are,
Incubi.
Incubi.
4 power. But how many do you get for 4 power?
Power
Is it-
level 4, 5 I'm guessing.
Wow, they're actually that would make
yep.
them pretty cheap then if they're 4
Yep.
power.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that's
4
probably
power.
about
If
100
this unit
points for
contains
unit.
6 or more models, it has power rating 8. Oh my god,
Oh,
so
wow,
you can
that's
put a
real.
10-man unit. Put a
power
10-man unit of Incubi in Strategic Reserve for 1 CP.
1 piece. Wow, that's
Wow, that's really, really good.
well, they'll probably
They're
get some
3
kind of web
attacks
width.
base.
Yeah.
Incubi have gone to 3 attacks
Oh no!
base,
Look at
guys.
the look at the
Oh my God, that's
look at the
insane.
Clavex. He's 2 wounds and 4 attacks.
Yeah. That's really, really good. They've got a 3-up armor save, which is cool, right? Every model is equipped with a clave. Every model is equipped
Be
with a
interesting to see
clave.
what the powers of what they've changed the power, if they've changed powers of pain and what you get at the various levels of powers of pain.
I would assume
Yeah.
they probably wouldn't get them because the Incubi have always been a weird faction.
So
like
the
a
thing,
weird
every-
thing within the faction, they may not get it.
Every model is equipped with a clave, and then you've got demi-claves that have got 2 profiles.
Yeah, you
but
can't
isn't
see-
it only the Clavex that can take
think-
demi-claves?
I think that
Yes.
yeah, the Clavex and
Ah,
the Demi
so the Clavex gets 2 profiles and he can switch between them, which is what you would do.
Yeah.
But then you've got a clave on the regular guys. They're strength 5 minus 3 flat 2 damage. That's so.
They're in Carmine swords for.
Yeah, man. They'll even start battering the hell out of Marines, which I really like.
Oh,
you know?
they'll
The strength 5, which is a great strength.
Oh,
strength
they'll-
five. Yeah, strength
Yep.
5 is a great
oh
strength.
they'll murder intercessor units or anything.
Yeah, man.
They'll go.
Yeah.
They'll just chew through.
Yeah,
them.
that's why Space Marines are getting heavy intercessors because, of course, intercessors need to be tougher, right? Because they're Marines.
Yeah, they need
My
to be
God.
wounded on 4s and not be killed by 1 attack.
logic. Yeah, exactly. They need to be wounded on 4s and not killed by 1 attack. It's so silly, guys. Heavy intercessors are boring and bollocks.
And we'll probably be in
They
a
make great-
Death Watch
great-
army coming soon.
But they make great bodyguards for 5.
The 5 Eradicators,
Eradicators,
yeah. I'm working on a Death Watch list at the moment, guys, but the Death Watch list I'm working on has no heavy intercessors in because GW don't do heavy intercessors yet. But when they do, the Death Watch list would get updated. And infinitely better. But yeah, heavy intercessors are.
But it's a good change to
bollocks.
Incubi, so it's a good look forward to the book. So we're expecting
Yeah, I really like
something. We're expecting the book to be
You know what's
fun.
really cool about them? The weapon skill 2+.
Oh, are they? I didn't
Yeah.
even notice that.
They're
Oh,
They're
that's
hitting on
absolutely
2s now.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Wow.
3 attacks a model hitting on 2s. And I bet you their points aren't going to be that bad if they're only power level 4 for 5 models.
Do Archons give rerolls the same as?
I think they give reroll ones to
Yeah,
hit, yeah.
real ones. So
And
that's 2's hitting on what?
oh, it
2's
doesn't
rerolling
say if they're
ones?
core or not. But I think
No,
they will
don't-
be
but it
because
doesn't show
they're,
any
you
of
know-
their. It doesn't show any of their.
The bottom bits
their
of it.
No, it doesn't
keywords,
show their
so-
bottom bit, but hopefully they'll be core. Because I reckon Archons are going to give reroll ones to hit to core units, right?
Yeah, that makes
So that would be really cool.
Well,
wouldn't it?
maybe not. Maybe we'll see. What's his name? Drazar. Maybe Drazar will be ridiculous with them.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, imagine
Drazar,
Drazar
yeah.
giving them like +1 attack or something like that. Oh,
All reroll wounds.
or reroll
Yeah.
wounds.
Oh, the Dark Angels cover looks awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, man. The Dark
Dark
Angels
Angels.
cover looks awesome, guys.
The Archangels are going to be quite interesting. I think they're going to have to do something quite special with Ravenwing and with.
So in this part of the article here,
What?
I assume this is for
Oh
the
my
Crusade.
God.
Hold on, I will assume this is Crusade because at the moment it says you can intern dreadnoughts into the Deathwing.
Initiate, yeah, you can
I
initiate
would
units,
assume that's
including
the Crusade.
dreadnoughts, into the death. Guys, if this is true, Redemptors as Dark Angels, which are -1 to damage, you'll only ever be able to wound on a 4+.
Which is why I
That
think it'll be
is
Crusade.
baller.
Yeah.
Dan, check this out, mate. Initiate units, including dreadnoughts, into the Deathwing. The Deathwing that get the inner circle rule that they're always transhuman.
Oh, can you cut back to chat? Is anybody
You
saying
can
anything in the
initiate
chat?
units into
Sorry.
that. Oh my god, I really hope that's like, yeah, Crusade, like you said.
I hope that's Crusade because if you can just put dreadnoughts into Deathwing, that's insane.
Nothing.
Because depending on that wording, could you imagine putting like Deredios on the backfield?
Only wounding on 4.
Only when you've fought on -1 damage and just be like, you can do about it. What are you going to do about that?
That's mental.
No, sorry. You know what I
mental.
would do if that becomes like a match play thing? You know what I would take? Ironclads.
Yeah.
Ironclads could be really, really fun with 2 close combat weapons. You just march through the board and you go, well, they're -1 damage and you're going to do them on 4s.
Yeah.
That is scary. That is real scary.
Oh, wow. With Deathwing Vanguard detachments, because obviously they're pure elites, and Ravenwing Outrider detachments, because they're pure
Outrider.
speed, both getting the objective secured ability on some of their key units. That's big.
So, Deathwing,
You'll be able to
Terminators
field
and
some incredibly
Ravenwing.
powerful and tactical
Nice.
flexible.
So, yeah, the Ravenwing bikes. yeah.
Black Knights, if Black Knights are OBSEC, that'd be funny.
Oh, no. I
Moving
just
that
thought-
quickly
you know,
around.
I just, sorry, you know what I just thought, if that becomes true? Invader ATVs.
No.
Because-
It says on some of their key units, so I don't
a
think
key unit?
ATVs are going to
Ravenwing?
get. I don't think they'll
Ravenwing?
get OBSEC.
I think the ATVs will get the Ravenwing.
The Ravenwing bikes.
Oh no, they
The
do
Ravenwing
they
bikes,
do
yeah.
have the Ravenwing keyword, but I think what they mean by the key units is the units that will be in their codex that are not in the Space Marine codex. You know what I mean?
So, but Deathwing Terminator specifically.
Yeah, like
Ravenwing-
things that will be in there. Like obviously,
The
like
Knights, the
if you were
Deathwing
talking
Knights.
Space Wolves, it would be like Wolfguard, because Wolfguard are the unit that's in the Space Wolf codex, not in the Marine book. So I think they're relating to the new units that will be in the Dark Angels codex. Bloody hell, but yeah, ATVs. Oh my god, that would be bonkers. Dark Angels, man, what are they doing? Oh, but to be honest, guys, they might be fixing the fact that Deathwing are always transhuman. Maybe that's why you can initiate units into the Deathwing.
Yeah, possibly.
Maybe they'll no longer be able to be wounded on a 4+.
Yeah, so it might be able to fix it and then.
They might fix it. Yeah.
Well, they might say
Because the scary thing-
infantry Deathwing will only be able to do 4, 5, 6, so you can't do it to Dreadnoughts.
But it says including dreadnoughts in brackets.
No. You can initiate them into the Deathwing, so they'll gain a Deathwing keyword, so you can use Deathwing strats with them.
Oh,
But they might say that they
only infantry gain the inner circle.
only
ability.
only they get in a circle.
Oh, that's cool actually.
Kind of like how
Because
the
what's-
Blade is it Blade Guard veterans? They are Deathwing, but they don't have inner circle. So kind of like that. I would
Because
I would
this is the
assume
kind of thing, guys. Like, what's scaring me is the fact that it says that you can launch faster and more deadly Ravenwing assaults. You can initiate units into the Deathwing and all of that kind of stuff. Then underneath it says the Codex will also introduce some new amazing Crusade rules. So that makes me think the above is not Crusade.
Yeah.
possibly.
Bonkers.
Yeah.
Redemption Dreads will be.
Oh wow.
big.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yes, it will be.
The new Necromunda stuff is amazing.
Oh my god, yeah.
They all look like green goblins on their little flying boards.
Oh my god, they all look like green goblins.
Yeah.
Vic
Dan,
says-
you need to see this, mate.
Vic says, "What's up, guys?"
Hey, Vic.
Hey, Vic.
Hey Vic, how you doing, bro? Mate, this new Necromunda thing? Look at these guys.
Yeah,
They look like a bunch of green goblins. How cool is that? Look.
Oh yeah, they're pretty badass, aren't
Yeah, Storm Shield, Power Fist, Vanguard veterans.
they? Yeah.
I'm gonna say Shining Spears, clearly, obviously. Right.
Oh my
Just put
god.
some little elf ears on.
Sorry, I just got to say, like, just I know, guys, if you want to know what we're looking at the Warhammer Community preview for the Drukhari. But I will just say,
The Necromunda
it's another
models,
unit
yeah.
on these weird flying stands, so that is obviously replacing the normal flying stands now for flying infantry.
Oh yeah, because these are Necromunda models.
Yeah, so they're
What
obviously
weird flying stands are these?
The
the
curved,
curved
ones.
ones, like the sisters, the
curved
Seraphim are on.
Oh right. Yeah.
I reckon anything jump infantry that's a new model will gain this now.
Oh no, you know, I reckon everything. Because haven't eels got the weird base?
Yes.
So
Oh,
even
and
things
so
like
do,
custode bikes and stuff might get the weird flying stands.
so do my what's it called, the little engine riggers for my.
You're talking about those horrible ones the Inceptors are on.
Yes.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
curved
It's like,
ones.
I've replaced all those with the 3D resin printed.
The
smoke.
cloud ones,
yeah,
yeah, they look
I
so
hate
cool.
those
We've got those on all of our suppressors
I,
because they're so cool.
I actually don't mind
They're
them.
so
I actually
cool.
don't mind them. They're okay, but you have to really secure them. You have to make sure they're really secure so they don't break in every 20 minutes and you transport them. But
Yeah.
right, let's move away from this. I can go away.
No, they look really cool on the Green Goblin things. The Last March of the Ents. You can lead the Last March of the Ents. I know this is 40k, guys, but I'm the massivist. The massivist?
Massivist.
The
That's a
massivist.
word.
I am the
word.
massivist Lord of the Rings fan ever. And there's a new Treebeard, Merry and
model,
Pippin.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
New Treebeard?
True scale Treebeard as well.
Oh my god, his beard looks like there's so much shit
Looks
in
like
it.
a tree.
Oh my god, Danny looks like you.
It's as close-
Guys, if food falls out of Dan's mouth and lands in his beard, it gets saved for later.
it is getting
Oh,
quite
isn't
bushy.
it Tim Barrett's got back to that Deathwing thing?
Oh yeah.
dropping dread 6 inches from Ravenwing bikes.
Yeah.
This is why I'm saying
That'd be
it's probably
so
a Crusade
cool.
thing.
That is so cool. Yeah, you know, because that's the thing. That's the thing I'm saying, man. Like, you know, this. It says that, you know, because obviously we're thinking, hopefully this is Crusade, right? Because it seems like it'll be bonkers. But
then it's
it said that it said all of those abilities, and then underneath that it said also there will be Crusade rules in this book. So that makes me think these rules are not going to be Crusade. They'll be used in matched play. So,
I mean, I'm
it's
kind
a
of
bit
like,
scary.
on
It's
one
scary.
side, I'm kind of like, that's ridiculous. On the other side, I'm like, maybe like the only certain dreadnoughts can be interned.
Where's that comment, Dan? I can't see that.
Yeah, you're not.
Oh.
looking- you're not
Oh
looking on
yes.
the
Oh, that's from Tim.
screen. It's from YouTube.
Ah, yes. I need to look at the actual screen. Class. That would help, guys. If I knew what I was doing with technology.
An hour in. Oh, I need to look at the screen. Oh,
No, not the
yeah.
screen. The screen. The screen in the screen.
What else are you hoping they'll change in Raven in Dark Angels?
In Dark Angels. Yeah, so guys, Dark Angels, man. This is
Which
interesting.
is- which
I hope
is-
they say that Azrael only affects infantry. Because ATVs with that 4-up invern.
In Drakari?
Oh, no, in Dark Angels, right?
Dark Angels.
Oh, no, sorry, I thought you
Yeah,
said Drakari.
In Dark Angels, man, I think ATVs with that 4-up invern are bonkers, man.
And an apothecary.
Bonkers, yeah.
4-up input and then an apothecary. bringing it
Yeah,
back as well.
they either need to make Azrael's 4-up invern infantry only, and an apothecary's, bringing
get
people
back
back, infantry only. But I think that's the less efficient way of doing it because it punishes all biker units.
No, I just think you need to make ATVs vehicles.
Exactly. That's what I mean. Because that would punish all biker units. But it's quite cool, bringing back an attack bike or an outrider. That's pretty cool. I think that's fine. There's nothing broken about that. It's still powerful. There's nothing broken about that. But
Bring it
I
back
think
an 8-wound ATV.
exactly, it's mental. So I think ATVs should get the vehicle
The
keyword.
WTC have written it into their rules pack, haven't they?
Yeah.
For this year that
That you can't bring
can't
back
bring
the
back.
ATV.
Yeah, but the problem with ETC is it's being house ruled. So
No, but they've got the hang of it, right? An ATV should be a vehicle. You shouldn't be able to bring back an ATV. Do you know what I mean?
It doesn't make any sense.
But because the thing is, it's not a bike, man. It's not a bike, it's a car.
Like it's a car, yeah. It's got 4 wheels. It's not a bike.
I swear, guys, the Achilles Ridge Runner, which is smaller than an ATV for GSC, that's a vehicle, isn't it?
it is a vehicle.
Less wounds as well.
Yeah, look at that. It's got less wounds. It's got like 5 wounds.
It is.
That's
I've
a
seen a
vehicle.
comparison. It is exactly the same size. Because I think I'm going to do an army next year. I'm going to use Ridgers as ATVs because I think they look cooler.
Oh, you hate the Mario Kart model, don't you?
I hate the Mario Kart model. I absolutely despise it. And also, I was umming and ahhing about it because I thought, like, oh, no one will let me use them. But Games Workshop retweeted a picture this morning of somebody who's made some Ultramarine Ridge Runners, put a multi-melter on the back and used them as ATVs, and Games Workshop community retweeted it. So if they're okay with running them as
It's a
ATVs.
model, I don't think, as long as it's on the same size base, I don't think they care, to be honest
Yeah.
with you.
well, it's not on a base, I don't think, is the
Oh,
original.
Vic makes a good point. Maybe make his invuln bubble core only. ATVs aren't core.
Yeah, that
But
would
it does
fix
open it to abuse, doesn't it? Like giving all of your dreadnoughts a 4-up invuln then.
Yeah,
Because they're all
yeah.
core. So it opens it to that kind of abuse. So, I don't know, man. I think it should be infantry and bikes. I just think ATVs need to be made vehicles. It's silly that they're bikes, I think. Because they get loads of benefits from that, and then some armies have specific things they get against killing vehicles and stuff, which they can't use on bikes.
All buggies have got one less wound than their vehicle.
Yeah, all buggies are vehicles. Land speeders, guys. Land speeders are about the same size as an ATV, maybe even a little bit
Might be
smaller.
a bit smaller, yeah.
And they've got the vehicle keyword. You know what I mean? Like all these things. I think ATV should just have the vehicle keyword.
Well, the
Or,
alternative-
maybe like agreeing with Vic, like what Vic's saying. Make it core only. Maybe you could say infantry and biker core models.
Well, here's an idea. What
That
about
would solve stuff,
what
that would
about
help.
if it only affects? It can work on like any core unit except for Ravenwing and Deathwing.
What's that? Sorry.
Azrael. Like his invulnerable works on everything except Ravenwing and Deathwing because the ATVs have the Ravenwing keyword.
That punishes too much though. That punishes loads of units just for an ATV.
Well, no, because it discourages people camping with Ravenwing when they're supposed to be fast, and obviously you want to be
Deathwing. It makes
Well,
people
Deathwing-
want to take Deathwing.
no, because Deathwing Knights have got a 4+ invulnerable save
No,
anyway.
that's Deathwing Knights though, right? You
And
want to
then
be able to take the new
regular
ones with the
Deathwing-
double lightning claws and
Yeah,
stuff.
but they have a
'cause
5+ invulnerable save. They're already, so they've already got the built-in invulnerable save.
Yeah, I suppose.
So I get the
Vic, I think I agree with Vic. Best solution: ATVs to legends. Yeah, they should
Okay,
make
yeah.
ATVs a legends
I
unit.
I've
Crusade
just
unit
bought
only.
6 of them.
That's fine, mate. Make them Crusade only. They're going to be using Crusade games.
Oh
I've
man.
bought 3 for my White Scars and 3 for my Salamanders.
Oh, I can't wait
Did
for
you want
when
an apothecary?
I bought 2 apothecaries
Yeah,
for
yeah,
my White
yeah,
Scars.
yeah.
I can't wait for when Dan rocks out his new White Scars army, and then it's got like 6 ATVs in it, because that's gonna be cool, man. Like obviously it's
Except
bonkers and they're stupid,
not, because
but
it'll be
it's
funny
gonna
when-
look cool because White Scar bikes, man. You know, White Scar's bikes are always awesome.
Well, it'll be funny
White
until
Scars
they.
Terminators, I think White Scars Terminators has got some. Now you can have a chaplain land with them and cast an auto cast an ability +2 to charge.
Yeah, +2 to charge could automatically go off.
Well, it'll be funny until you
Really
play
good.
him with, like, I don't know, 12 Eradicators. And it's immediately remove them. D6 +2 damage. 6s. I'll take damage. Dan, just remove it.
But a 2 shoots first, right? Because Eradicators
yeah.
and ATVs have got the same gunners, essentially. So 2 shoots first and stuff like
Let's not
that.
forget about Devastators with multi-melters now.
Yeah.
Devastators with multi-melters are the replacement for Devastators with grav cannons, as far as I can tell in 9th edition. I think you're going to see
Absolutely.
units of units of grav units of melter Devastators.
Yeah,
landing
Melter
now.
Devastators would be
2
really,
shots
really
apiece,
cool.
8 shots.
Yeah.
Pretty
Drop
good.
pod's still viable.
You know, though, you know what I think, guys? You know what I think? With all of these, like, things coming out now, and you just see, like, everything's becoming a little bit more elitist, isn't it? Like, you get less in your army. Things, like, you know, kill less, I think. Because you tend to take smaller units now, because of points and stuff. But they hit out a big punch, but they kill less, right? Because you know your armies have gotten smaller, but they don't want you to kill your opponent in one turn or something like that. So I think there's something in Hordes at the moment.
I agree.
I think the first person who turns up to a
meta.
tournament post COVID with a big horde army is in with a good shout. Because
Yeah, man.
Everybody else's armies have shrunk. If you turn up and just chuck 120 termagants on the table or 80 demonettes, I don't think anybody can deal with it quite.
You take.
Pretty hard.
It'd be funny for. You know what I think this really, really helps? Tyranids. I think Tyranids are in a really good spot right now because of all the really silly stuff. Is all anti-tank.
Yeah.
For Marines, Eradicators and ATVs.
Yeah.
If you turn up with
120
120 termagants,
yeah. What
Then what-
Eradicator's going to do to
what
that?
do you do? You go, oh cool, you killed 8 of them.
Killed 80.
All right,
Nice.
cool. I'm in Synapse, I'm fearless. So no, you have to get another 22 before you kill this unit.
Yeah.
And you
So-
can Devourers as well. They're terrible. 120,
Yeah.
90 shots a unit.
90 shots a unit.
And you take
yeah.
Gene Stealers, and Gene Stealers, I mean, they're really nasty once they get to combat.
They're really quick
Yeah.
with the double moves and stuff.
and they can
And they're
advance
really
and charge.
nasty.
Yeah,
and
really
they will
nasty.
tear stuff up, man.
So I think like Tyranids could be really, really good. I saw an article on, and I can't remember what the monster's called. Apparently, there's a Tyranid monster which is horrific at dealing with infantry as well. But I cannot remember what it's
Isn't it
called.
the Tyrannofex?
No, it's
Is it the Haruspex?
It-
The one with the tentacle mouth?
yeah. I think it's the
Might be the
Haruspex.
Haruspex.
Yeah,
I've
I
got
think
no idea.
yeah, it's
Right,
it's the one with the tentacle mouth, and apparently that's supposed to be really, really good.
Guys, Dan's really excited to do Tyranid. Dan loves Tyranids. He just loves the look of the models. So he's going to be
I've got
coming up with a Tyranids list as soon as he's got a minute from everything else that he's got to do.
I know I've got 90 termagants undercoated, ready and waiting, sat in the box.
Oh, nice, man.
So yeah,
I'm not.
Tyranids look really cool, don't they? Dinosaurs from the
I still
future,
prefer
right?
the old Gene Stealers. I don't like the new Gene Stealer models though. I've got the old ones, the old Space Hawky ones. I much prefer them. I think they're nicer to paint. I think they look
The ones with
good.
the old triple claw claws.
Yeah, the triple claw claws. I just prefer them. I think they're just nicer models. So.
I had a few of them back in the day.
And
Yeah.
the Turvigons, I picked up a Turvigon dirt cheap as well. I've never had one, but it's a really nice model as well.
Yeah, the Tyranid models are really cool. I love the Tyranid models.
That's the thing. Like the Tyranid range is an absolutely stunning range. They've just not had the.
There was a list doing around there
The
with
love of-
3 Exocranes and 3 Tyrannofexes in it, wasn't there? Where the Tyrannofexes just like march to the middle of the board and go,
Yeah.
come and have a go if you think you're hard enough, type of thing. And then you execrete, sit at the back and just shoot stuff twice.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, because there's a lot of monsters, isn't it, to deal with?
yeah. There was a rumour going around about flying Carnifexes as well, wasn't there? About Carnifexes.
Oh, they could
Getting
take wings
wings.
as an
Carnifexes
option. Yeah, that got
wings as an
fixed.
option.
That got fixed real quick.
Pretty funny.
Winged Carnifexes. Oh my god.
But yeah, man.
Why didn't they
Definitely.
just make? They should have just said, "Yep, that's fine."
Yeah, what's fine?
Richard says I'd love to see Tyranids get some love. Yeah, I think we all would, Richard.
Yeah, I think it would be amazing if
It's
Tyranids
funny. They're
got
like
some love.
Tyranids are like orcs.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I want
They're the
orcs coming, man. I
They're
want
the two
orcs to
armies
come.
that universally people just want to see be good.
Yeah, people love Tyranids and Orcs, man. People, even if you don't play them,
Even if you get
people just
smashed by
love,
them.
yeah, Tyranids and Orcs.
If I'm gonna lose to any army, I'd love losing to orcs because it's so funny.
Yeah.
It's so
man.
funny.
Yeah. Don't worry, Simon. That'll happen soon, mate.
Going back to Deathguard, one thing we forgot about with Deathguard, with Deathguard, the changes to the Disgustingly Resilient. We were talking earlier about Mortarion and the potential
Oh,
changes
yeah,
to
yeah,
Mortarion
yeah.
and Magnus as well, with them potentially going to can only take X number of wounds per
That would be
phase.
incredible. That's what I want to see, you know, on these really big, tough models, because I think the Primarchs at the moment get killed too easily. I think they're really good, you know, guys. I've been using my Primarchs lately. I use them, guys. I use them on the latest battle report. If you want to see how Magnus and Morty do actually play at the moment in 9th, go and watch the battle report. You know, you're all elite members. You've all got access to the battle report.
I've also used Magnus on the stream with my
Yeah.
knights.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I've got a big love for the Primarchs.
Yeah, that's it, man. Go back and watch the stream, guys. And like I say, the battle reports, you know, the battle reports just dropped this weekend. Go and watch the battle report, guys. It was a really, really good one. Guys, Dan's army for it was really cool looking. Really cool looking. He had guardsmen.
No, that's fine.
He had the first knight from Krast. It was really, really cool, guys. You should go and take a look at it. Definitely go and take a look at the battle report. And I was using Twin Primarch. So I was using Magnus and Mortarion. So if you want to see how they get on, guys, go and take a look at the battle report. But yeah, I think they're really cool. They're Primarchs, right? They are really cool, but I think they die too easily at the moment. I think they need some sort of mechanic that helps them stay alive because there's so many points. You know, like they are a quarter of your army. Magnus and Mortarion, they are 400 and something points each.
Yeah, I think-
Well,
yeah.
Mortarion is
490.
490. He's almost 500. He's a
75 or something. Isn't
yeah,
it?
465, I think. Yeah, so I think he's 465 and Mortarion's 490. But basically, it's a quarter of your army, and they die too quickly. So I think they need some sort of mechanic, like say the Catans have got, because what's important about it, guys? Not like you can only lose 3 wounds per phase, but 6 wounds. Yeah, what I'm saying is
You can only lose a third of your wounds a phase.
a phase. Yeah, because the amazing thing about it is the fact that you can still these things are really tough to kill, right? But you can still one-shot them. Right, like if you Catan, if you could take 3 wounds off it in the psychic phase, 3 wounds off it in the shooting phase, and 3 wounds off it in the fight phase,
Or charge phase.
yep, you can still kill it in one turn, right? In one turn. So I think the Primarch should get a similar thing where they can only lose 6 wounds per phase. So you can still one shot them, but it would be incredibly hard to one shot
See,
them.
a lot of people think of it as only having like 3 phases to kill them, but there are ways of damaging them in the movement phase, dropping mortal wound bombs on them, for instance, from bombers, and there are ways to damage them
In the charge
in the
phase,
charge phase, doing
because
mortal wounds
some
on the
things can do
charge.
mortal wounds on
So
the
there
charge.
are-
Yeah.
There are multiple ways to get past and around that.
Yeah, there are other things you can do it with. Yeah, definitely agree. And I think just something like that would really help the Primarchs at the moment. Really, really help. Because with Mortarion being like a quarter of the points of your army and about to lose, disgustingly resilient, I think Mortarion could be in a very bad place if they don't do something to help him out.
I'm
Very
quite
bad
surprised
place.
they didn't do something similar to that with the Silent King, though, for the Necrons as well.
Yeah.
because every battle I've seen the Silent King in, he's just got destroyed.
I think
think
it's
they
because
had to
they
give it
gave
to
him too
Catan.
many wounds.
Yeah.
I think it's because they gave him too many wounds. You know what I mean? They gave him 26 wounds. Because he's got 16 wounds plus the mirrors.
plus 2, plus 10
plus
for
the
the
mirrors.
mirrors, 5 for each mirror. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think they just gave him 2 wounds. I mean, I think Necron players would have preferred it a lot if instead of 10 wounds on the mirrors and 16 wounds on himself, if he was just himself and he had like 15 wounds, but he could only lose 5 per phase, I think Necron players would love that.
Yeah, I think we're doing much.
Absolutely. What do you think, Dan? Would you have preferred that? Do you prefer having 16 wounds plus 10 on the mirrors, or would you rather have just 15 wounds on the Silent King, but he can only lose 5 per phase?
I'm not sure if I want to see that mechanic rolled out throughout the whole. Throughout all the big monsters.
No, because it would just be on the one key thing in the army, right? Like the Primarch, for example, the Primarch of an army. And like Gazgul has it, but that's because he's the prophet of the war.
I would assume they won't, because I would assume then that Guilliman would have got it right.
No, he's too small, isn't he? He's a baby.
I'd like to say I would prefer the whole offloading wounds.
Oh, offloading wounds and mechanic.
Bodyguards.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you're still. I mean, it's frustrating. Maybe do it on like a 3+.
Yeah, I was gonna say because that opens it to abuse a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah, maybe do it on a 3+. But then, like, you're still killing something. Then, do you know what I mean? If you're targeting that big thing.
You think Death Shroud Terminators will become a much bigger thing for Mortarion then?
No, but I think instead of limiting it to units like Death Shroud Terminators, any Death Guard, because any unit will jump in front of their Primarch.
Yeah, that makes no sense. Any unit would, right? Yeah. If Mortarion was going to take a shot, anyone would jump in front of him, right?
Mr. President.
Because I think that's the idea with Gazgul. Like, you don't think a Gretchen would jump in the way. Gazgul would just chuck 20 Gretchen in front of him.
That makes a lot more sense. And then, like, it means that they're not just going off, charging off on their own.
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
If you go, you can only limit amount of wounds you can take, and then you go, move whatever plus an advance, then warp time, plus
32
plus 12 plus an advance, and he's off right at the front of his own, and your opponent goes, "Oh, I physically can't kill him."
Yeah.
There's nothing I can do. Whereas if you've got to keep units near him.
Yeah. No, but it's not that there's nothing you can do, right? Like a Nightbringer, if he runs at you, some armies go, "I can only shoot and charge, so I can't physically kill him."
Some armies.
But they'll take 6 wounds off him. He will batter whatever he touches, but then they'll take another 4 wounds off him and kill him.
Some armies can't do that. Some armies don't have that option.
What? Sorry.
To do mortal wounds, then shooting the wounds off, then charging the wounds off.
Yeah,
Some armies
Tau-
can't do
Tau-
that.
But most armies have 2, right? Most armies can do 2.
Tau are the ones that struggle the most at the moment.
Yeah. So they can't one-shot you. But that's what I'm trying to say. I
I'd
don't
argue
think you
guard
should
as
be
well.
able to one-shot a quarter of someone's army.
Yeah,
Right?
guard.
Yeah, no, I
In one
agree.
go.
I agree, but that's why if you're shooting him and he's offloading wounds onto units around,
Yeah, I suppose. I get that. I get that,
your
actually.
opponent still feels that
Yeah.
they're doing something.
And like you say, he has to go slower then, doesn't he?
To keep up
Yeah,
with
if you
the...
want-
Like, he's a lot tougher, but then he has to go slower in exchange.
Yeah.
Yeah, I quite like that,
To keep him
actually.
protected,
My only issue with that
Yes.
rather
is...
than just sort of magic protecting him.
Yeah, my only issue with that is
Some magic.
the whole point of Mortarion having the wings is so he is quick. And I think that was always the issue with the Death Shroud Terminators, because they, at the moment, Death Shroud Terminators
Move
can
forward
soak
inches.
the wounds, but they move forward, but he moves, what, 12?
Yeah.
14. Well, longer than that, I think. Doesn't he move 16?
12. Magnus moves 16,
16,
yeah.
Because he's Nurgle still, so he's a bit slower. And that was always the issue with Death Shrouders, they were too slow for...
They're too
But
slow
people
for
would
him,
just
yeah.
deep strike the Terminators in.
Next to him
Yeah.
after the end of the
He
move,
moves, and then you deep strike him next to him.
Oh yeah,
But it
so
doesn't. It
they
doesn't.
get
It,
for a
it,
turn,
does, it
so
doesn't
works
work,
for a-
man. It doesn't work
Yeah, it
because they
works
deep
for a
strike
turn.
in, and then he charges, and then with his base, even staying an inch from the model you're charging, with his base, with the gap to the Terminators, he's not within 6.
No. Unless
So-
the Terminator's charge as well.
Sorry, 3. He's not. He
Yeah.
can't be within 3 of them, so they can't tank.
So that's the only downside.
That's the
of it.
downside. They need to be quicker.
I think, honestly, the solution is Mortarion will probably have Disgustingly Resilient, but they might not call it Disgustingly Resilient.
Yeah, they
They'll
might
call
call
it
it
something
something
unique so he can have it.
But the problem
Would
is,
be my guess.
the problem is, he's not tough enough like that. He already has that, and he's not tough enough, is he?
Manny, got a question for you.
Oh yeah.
Good morning, guys, from Brisbane, Australia.
Oh,
Hello.
good morning. Oh wow.
Good morning.
The last
Australia, mate.
Thursday's game, could you tell me why you gated your 10 Terminators onto the central objective in turn 1, knowing that they wouldn't survive?
Oh no, it's not knowing that they wouldn't survive basically because I knew Simon was going to shoot at them, but like I said, I'd made it so that there were 3 that could be seen, and then 1 within an inch of the wall to be able to do that. So I was assuming that they would die, like I would lose 4-ish to shooting in like 1 volley type thing, and then Simon wouldn't be able to declare a charge on me because I'd be more than an inch from the wall.
It was
inside
more
the
because I
room.
got quite lucky.
But yeah, that was That knight got very, very lucky, guys. So because obviously, if 4 die or 5, if 4 or 5 die, then the rest of them can't get charged, basically. So that's what I was going for, and obviously, bang on 3 died. Like all the ones I could see,
so
that he could charge the one behind the wall. But then again, one crass knight should kill like 2 Terminators, but he killed like 4 or 5, didn't he, in combat?
Yeah, I killed 3, I think, with that. So I'd killed 6.
Yeah, or something, and then
And
some
then
of
you
them
lost.
lost. Oh yeah, and then I double won my morale.
Yeah.
But combat attrition, sorry. 1 ran, and then I rolled double one on the
one
combat
again, and then
attrition.
2 more ran.
2 more ran. So it was very, very unlucky, guys. I think the plan was still sound. I would do it again, to be honest, because I think I should be losing like 4 Terminators from that squad that turn. And then instead of having 2 left, I'd still have 6 left, which I'd be pretty comfortable with. That's why I did it, guys.
Tom says, hi guys, please don't say you're finishing yet. I keep missing these streams.
Yeah, we're finishing now. Thank you for
Tom.
coming. No, Tom, you're in perfect timing. We're only just over an hour into the stream.
Yeah, just over an hour into the stream.
Vic says the Dimacharion looks amazing for Nids. I'm not
Oh, the
Dimacharian's-
Dimacharion,
So
yeah.
Dimacharian's a Forge World unit.
yeah.
The
And
Dimacharion is
It was
awesome.
kind of like a monster version of the Lictor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the model. I actually fought one.
Yeah,
It,
the old Victor with the 2 massive.
yeah, I fought one at a
Yeah.
Frodo Skulls once, and it went through a load of my Wraith Guard. It was bloody
They used
terrifying.
to be strength 6, didn't they? They were pretty terrifying, as I recall it, on the.
Oh, the Dimacharion.
Oh,
was
the
like,
the
it was strength eight.
Dimacharion is like a
It was-
monster
yeah, it's
version.
strength
Like
eight,
it's a
yeah.
monster lictor. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so cool. I love the Dimacharion. It looks wicked. looks
Yeah,
absolutely
that could be
wicked.
good. I actually, you know what? I have actually seen the rules for the Tyranid Monsters from Imperial Armor. I have it, but I haven't even thought to look at them.
You know what? We
Is it-
should
is
we
it
should
good?
take a look. We should take a look at the Tyranid book. Like in general, just the Tyranid Codex, because I think we should make a list of what we think is good at the moment, like at the start of 9th for Tyranids. And then
Hiveguard is still Hiveguard.
Yeah, I've got the ones that shoot out line of sight.
Yeah, the Hiveguard is still good. I think there's loads of room for them still in armies.
That's cool. Yeah, we should definitely take a look. You know, take a look at Tyranids at the moment and make a battle report army for Tyranids of what we think is going to be. It's good now at the start of 9th edition, and then see how it progresses. Like how the army changes as like 9th edition goes on. How like when newer and newer codexes come out, how they adapt would be really cool.
Absolutely.
Really, really cool.
Holy.
Are you looking at the Dimacharion?
I'm reading the Dimacharion. Wow, it is. That is terrifying. Okay, so it's a 3-up armor.
3-up armor.
18 wounds.
Cool.
6 attacks. So it's strength 7. And then it's Scything Sickle Talons. So it's +1 strength. So strength 8. AP -3. D3 +3 damage.
Yeah, very reliable. D3
6
plus
attacks.
3 is it's a lot better than D6, guys.
Yeah, really, really good. It has a 5+ invulnerable save.
Oh, nice,
So
nice.
really survivable. Each time it makes a normal move, advances, falls back, or makes a charge move. Until it finishes, it can move horizontally and vertically through models and terrain features. It cannot finish. So basically, just
Oh, wow,
moves.
it can walk over terrain,
Yeah.
over walls.
That's terrifying because it's a monster.
Oh, wow.
That's big.
That's
That's
terrifying.
massive, yeah. Oh, my God. Dan, how'd you fancy that, mate? One of your Tyranid monsters when you do your Tyranid army. If you use a Dimacharion, he can walk over walls.
If this model
Yeah, man.
after this model has made close combat attacks, but before it consolidates, roll a d6, and add their model's strength characteristic. If the result is equal to or less than the model's strength characteristic, that model's unit suffers d6 mortal wounds.
That's pretty big.
Yeah.
Just 3 mortal wounds if on a dice roll. Okay,
Just
That's really,
interrupts
really
me, what
cool.
disappears off the screen. Tom says, get in. Anyway, latest news. Blood Angels and their new Red Rampage strategy. 1 CP, pistols and melee weapons. They get an extra -1 AP on unmodified 6s.
Oh, that's pretty cool, man.
-2 AP chainswords. Wow, that makes Dev Company
Couple
tired.
it with flesh tearers for double the fun.
-2
-2 AP instead.
Extra instead.
Oh, that's really, really cool, actually.
-4.
Makes things like Death Company really scary.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
-4.
That'd be really, really
-4.
cool.
Just ignore Space Marines. Ignore Space Marines with chainswords.
Yeah, so what's your
And how
point?
many,
What's
how
your
many
point?
attacks does a Dev Company have basic?
Sisters have been doing that for years. Ignoring
No,
Marines with
I think
chainsaws.
It's one CP for an extra -1 AP. Then have the flesh tearers, couple it with flesh tearers for -2 AP.
Yeah, you have to take it with flesh tearers.
Yeah, so it's better specific if you want to do it.
The flesh tearers -4 AP.
No,
That's
no, no,
pretty
no,
Oh,
no,
no,
no.
-4 AP.
No, no, an
-2
extra
AP.
-1,
No, it's an extra
so it'd be
one.
-2
Minus-
total, right?
-2 total.
-2 total, yeah.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, guys,
Still, -2.
that's weak, bro. Your chainswords are weak, bro.
Moves a week.
Yeah, your moves are weak. You need to be sisters with your if it's two-handed chainsaws, baby.
That's only because they're too small to hold the full size. An Eviscerator is a Space Marine chainsaw that normal mortals can only just hold.
Exactly. And sisters are better than Marines with them. They can't hold it as well as a Marine, but they can swing it way better than a Marine.
A lot of people still underrate sisters I mean, I played against you in the tournament.
Yeah,
with
I
your
love sisters.
and,
I love
you know,
sisters.
to be able to be just automatically pass a 12-inch charge with two holy dice is
Yeah, I think
massive.
sisters are incredible.
Just going back-
incredibly good.
Just going back to the Dharmakairon, if it kills something,
Yeah.
at the end of that battle round, it just gains feel no pain.
Oh, whoa!
So, if any enemy model is destroyed as a result of this model's 4x spine ability, so it's got a...
Oh, if you kill him with your thorax spine.
yeah, so the d6 mortal wounds. At the end of the turn, the model gains the following ability. Regenerative Physiology. Each time this model loses a wound, roll d6 and a 5+, it's not lost.
That is incredible. Dan, you need to put one of these in your Tyranids army, mate.
No,
You need to
don't,
put
it's
this
Forge
Demokirin
World.
in your Tyranid
You'll
army.
never see it because it'll never get delivered. So,
Yeah,
sorry,
Simon's
small-
just a slightly salty, guys.
So, small story. So, I've ordered a Morn Ghoul to use as a Nightbringer for my Necron army. I ordered it for nearly 4 weeks ago, nearly a month ago. Still haven't turned up.
Yeah, well, a very good friend of mine, Phil, one of our guys, had an issue with his Imperial Armour book. So obviously he's ordered it the way he's normally ordered it, and he said it hadn't turned up, and they said, "Oh, it's because your house number wasn't on the order," even though he's used the same order method he's used for every other
Mine.
previous order.
Mine, I'm having issues with Forge Worlds because I messaged them to say like, "Oh, where's my order? It's 2 weeks late," and they said, "I said it's probably missing. So can I have the tracking number?" They went, "Oh, we haven't given you a tracking number because we haven't picked it yet." And I said, "Well, I've paid for the 2-day shipping." So
And it's been 2 weeks and
it's
you haven't
been
even
2
picked
weeks.
it.
So I said to him, "Well, okay then. So when it's picked, I want a tracking number." And I said, "What are you going to do about my shipping? Because I paid for 2 days." I went, "Oh, you're not getting a refund on your shipping because it's 2 days when we ship it." I was like, not sure if that's how it was worded on the website. And then I went back to the website. It's all changed to say there is delays because we're busy. And I was like, "Oh, right, now you change it after I've ordered it."
There are genuinely delays. I mean,
That's
like,
fine, but if that was the case, I wouldn't have paid for the extra shipping. That's
Yeah.
my only issue. If I'd known that,
To be
I'd have
honest,
been
they
like,
should just refund the shipping costs.
yeah, I'd have been happy if that was
So,
the case.
If you
But
guys are aware, but GW have bought another chunk of the Lenton trading estate in the UK, so they're building another Euro hub there, another massive warehousing centre at Lenton, so they're going to be doubling this time next year. They'll have doubled their capacity.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, they're building
That's
another
so cool.
Euro hub at Lenton, so I think they'll have about 2/3.
GW
that'll be
are
the
just
one, that'll be the one over
massive
the road,
on there.
right?
Yeah, the big one over the road. They said
Yeah.
they'll have about 2/3 of the Lenton Road industrial estate by that time. It's just,
Wow.
they'll just cover it. It's huge.
Anything else in the chat and the screen chat as well? Don't forget.
No, I'm looking at both. Nothing,
No,
nothing
no,
since
no.
Tom and VJ's. Is anybody still there? Have we bored you all to tears, guys, or is anybody?
We've still got a couple of people watching.
Yeah.
But we've come to the end of the new stuff, basically, haven't we? Now we're just ranting about Forge
We
World.
haven't really touched Drukari, really.
Oh, yes, we haven't touched Drakari, really. That's true, man. Other than Incubi, what I would like to see is, Talos. Talos were massive in, 7th edition and 8th edition. I would like to see, the other Homunculus Coven units, like Grotesques, actually, take dominance on the board. Or even Kronos, man. Because Kronos were nowhere near as good as Talos, right? But it would be cool to see, the other version of the... the big...
Didn't Mark Crumble play a huge chunk of Grotesques?
Yeah, but the only person, right? He's the only person to be doing it. I want to see them on the boards, man, being used by Drakari.
I would love to
players.
see witches back personally. So I'd like to see some love for the witches.
Yeah, which would be really, really cool.
So I'd like to see something for them. I think that'd be really, really good. There is rumblings that Lilith is going to Inari.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting to see where she fits in with both of those factions, with Drukhari and Ynnari. So that'll be interesting. But I think like if Lilith buffs witches to be like really amazing, then I'd love to see Witch Cult back. Because I love Homunculus Coven. Homunculus Coven is probably my favourite of the three.
Yeah.
But it's by far the strongest at the moment. It'd be nice to see a bit more balance to...
Yeah.
And what's the other one? The Archons one? The
The Cabalites.
Cabalites,
Cavalry
yes.
warriors,
Yeah, it'd be nice to see the Cabalites getting some love. Because, I used to really love one of our good friends, Gareth, who runs Dark Eldar. He hasn't run it for a while. He used to run, is it Blasterborn in Venoms, and that was...
Oh yeah, Trueborn, man.
Trueborn,
Trueborn are so
yeah,
cool,
Trueborn.
man. Trueborn are so
Venoms,
cool.
and that was such a beautiful looking army because you have like big units of Capalites in Raiders, and then you have your Blasterborn in Venoms, and
It was when Venom started giving up
They looked really cool.
victory points, so wasn't it? That's when people stopped. When Venoms was suddenly like 6 rooms and there were two points for Bring It Down or whatever it was. And
yeah.
when Bring It Down came in, they kind of. people
Well, they used to
stopped
have,
playing it so much.
didn't they used to have some extra survivability because they had the Invern, but they had like a flicker field as well as did something else.
Well, they're -1 to hit. They're always -1 to hit when they're the same as Harlequin Bites.
Yeah, that -1 to hit. They get a 5-pin run with their field, and then also 6 up Feel No Pain for being, was it Black Horse?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, because
So-
their vehicles used to get the round 1 of combat drugs, which is like
Yes.
6 up Feel No Pain.
So
Something
it'd be
like
nice
that.
to see. It'd be nice to see some love for the Capalites.
Yeah, nice to see Venom's back on the board, man. Haven't
I
seen
tell
Venoms
you
in
what I would love to
ages.
see, because I absolutely love seeing them. I'm really gutted I'm not going to see more of them this edition. I love Flyers, and I would really love to see some real nice changes for the Dark Eldar Flyers.
I think the bomber. I think the Void Raven bomber we were discussing earlier today. That
If the Void Raven bomber gets like a permanent payload of bombs, then it's going to be fantastic because I think that's what's needed. And I think Games Workshop definitely don't want to be taking like penalizing players when they take a specific unit. I think we're going to see like anything that's a bomber. And I think like you said earlier was about
the Admech bomber.
the Admech bomber, which has just got
Which is
permanent
better
bomb
than
payload.
everybody else's bomber.
Yeah.
Full stop.
So I think the bomber's going to be it just drops bombs in the movement phase. And that's going to be its big thing.
Particularly now planes can fly off into the strategic reserves and come back again. It kind of makes sense as well.
Yeah. Maybe we'll see changes to bombers whether they can fly off and drop a bomb at the same time. It'd be nice to
I don't
like,
think you can.
No.
I don't think at the moment
and
you
that's,
can.
and I don't think they should
can
be able
drop a
to.
bomb
That's
and
where I'm
throw it,
going at. Is like
If they go into strategic reserves,
if they
can't
end
drop a bomb.
the movement phase on the board, then they can drop a bomb. That's where I'd like to see them go. But yeah, I'd like to see the Flyers come back. And like I said, I think for me, I love the idea of doing a Flyer army for this edition. I really like the idea of doing an Orc army. I think I was talking to you about it.
Oh yeah, I want to
12
do an Orc
Orc
army.
planes. But there's no more Flyer Wing, and that's kind of...
Yeah, no more air wing, so you can't like do that. But I think that was needed, guys. Like 11 Eldar, no 9 Eldar
No,
planes
Flyers,
was just
yeah.
bonkers. And guys, I took it. You know, I love the Dark Eldar planes. I think they look really really cool. I took, what was it, three Crimson Hunter Exarchs, 3 Razorwing jet fighters, and 2 Void Raven bombers. Was that 8 planes? Oh yeah, only 8 planes because I took double scat bikes with that as well. 8 planes, double units of 9 scatter laser jet bikes and stuff, and it was just bonkers. It was bonkers, man.
Yeah.
I don't want to see the Eldar and Dark Eldar planes become a thing again. Not for a long time. And I was using them, guys. I used them. And guys, I'd never used Eldar or Dark Eldar before. And then I took that plane army to the LGT, and just because I went first in every game, I won every game. Literally, just because I went first. Didn't even have to do anything. I just shot at the right stuff. That's it.
It's so maneuverable.
Genuinely, guys. Genuinely, I won every game at the LGT and podiumed because I went first every turn.
Speaking of maneuverability, I tell you what, I'd love to see the Eldar planes
I don't want
get.
to see them back on the board for a while.
No, but I tell you what, I'd love to see the Dark Eldar planes get. I would love to see them get the same thing that the Eldari planes get, and get the extra move at the end of the
90
movements.
return,
Yeah.
Oh,
I
that'd be
think
yeah.
that
That
should
could be
just
cool.
be an Eldar thing
There's
across
no
the board.
reason why they
I like
shouldn't
that.
really.
No.
I mean, because obviously,
They're quick, aren't they?
I think the explanation was because they're a aspect host, they're more maneuverable and they're better trained. But I think that should just be an Eldar thing.
Yeah, they're just cool, aren't they? Quicker.
Yeah, they're more maneuverable
They're
than
cool, aren't
everything
they?
else.
They're quicker and more maneuverable.
So I would love to see them.
Yeah,
them
because
get
the bloody Admech one looks like a chicken. It looks like a chicken with wings.
It looks in fact, it looks so not manoeuvrable really. When you look
Yeah,
at it,
it looks like a chicken with actual flappy wings,
The only thing that
and
looks-
it can turn twice.
The only thing that looks less manoeuvrable in the entire game is the Space Marine Storm, right? The flying brick.
The flying brick.
Oh,
yeah.
I love Storm Raiders. I played Grey Knights for so long.
Yeah.
I took 2 to a tournament at Games Workshop.
Well, it used to be good before when you know Hurricane Bolters
Yeah.
were before they got nerfed into oblivion.
Well, I
by
don't
Aprils.
know if anyone remembers in 7th edition Cybolt ammunition.
Yes.
You could just like 5 points upgrade, and I think it was 10 points for a Storm Raven. You give everything Cybolt ammunition plus 1 strength.
5 Storm Hurricane Bolters were just bombs.
And then I took that with 6 Razorbacks, so 6 strength, 6 Razorbacks.
The Dark Angel, is it the Dark Talon, the flies, the special Dark?
Yeah,
Dark Talon, the
Nephilim
Dark
and the Dark
Angel
Talon.
one's
Yeah,
cool.
the Dark Talon looks pretty cool.
Guys, you know, if you haven't looked for the Dark Angels, I would take a look, right, at Nephilim jet fighters. Because everybody's looking at the Dark Talon, and I think the Dark Talon is really cool because now, if it gets a wound roll, you just take 3 mortal wounds. So instead of doing flat 3 damage, it now does 3 mortal wounds, which I think is a lot better because you don't have a chance to save it now.
Yep.
Right, like you don't have a chance to save it right now. You just take 3 mortal
Flat
wounds.
more, 3 mortal wounds.
So I really like that. But guys, the Nephilim jet fighter, man, it's awesome. The Avenger Mega Bolter on it got the whole 2 damage treatment that Heavy Bolter's got, and it's just insane. And
That's not even-
doesn't it have a twin Heavy Bolter as well? Hasn't it got a twin Heavy Bolter and an Avenger Mega Bolter?
Or has it got? You can change it for Hurricane Bolters, can't you?
No,
Or
I'd
does it-
keep it. I think, guys, it's so this flyer, this Nephilim jet fighter's gone up like 20 points, and basically it's gone from having 16 1 damage shots to having 16 flat 2 damage shots. I think it's mental.
I was going to say because it's not horribly expensive, so you could absolutely fit that in. And it's got the Ravenwing keyword, I believe. So it could benefit from some of the new stuff coming in the new book.
Tom wants to know why we think they've put gargoyles in the new Tyranid Battle Force box.
Because they haven't sold any.
Because they can't sell them. They can't sell them.
So
Honestly-
I think Dan's right.
As mean as that sounds, I think it's a units they've got probably lying around in sprues that they could put in a box set. They're a really easy unit to put in everywhere. They've been in most of the Tyranid boxes of recent. Although I will say that they could be good in a new book because they'll probably gain core and they're still fast. And all they need to do really is because they can only be taken in units of I think 20.
20, I think. Dan, can
So-
you pass me a cup, please, bro?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So I think if you could take gargoyles in units of 30, like all the others, because they're only the same size, apart from the wings making them a bit bigger, they're only the same size as a Termagant or a Hormagant.
Yeah.
They're basically a flying Termagant, right?
Yeah, do you know how cool gargoyles look? I love gargoyles, man.
So
They look so cool,
if
man.
you could take them as a horde of flying things, because damn, they would be scary.
That would be
12
so
inch
cool.
movement, 30, like a horde of them.
Fresh borers,
That's
yeah.
it, Dan. The people have spoken. Your Tyranid army needs to be a gargoyle horde. You need to take,
would be
right?
pretty cool.
You need to take like 3 flying hive tyrants, like 2 or 3 harpies,
Yeah.
big flying monsters,
What's
and then
the,
like
what's the other
80
flying-
gargoyles.
Harridan, big Forge-World Harridan.
Because you had that detachment with the Hive Tyrant, and then the Gargoyles came back.
Oh yes, the
when they died,
gargoyles
and
came
then
back
you
in
take the
7th.
Harpies because they dropped the bombs.
They dropped the
was
bombs.
like the
Bring it
7th
back,
edition
Dan.
list, man.
Bring it back. Bring it back.
So many people are going to have that in their bloody cupboards.
In the cupboards, yeah. They're gonna like pull it out.
Yeah, in case you didn't realise, we love Tyranids here. It's,
Yeah,
we
Tyranids are
absolutely adore
class.
Tyranids. It's the one army we don't have a lot of stuff for.
It's the Starship
We've
Troopers
got
army, innit?
bits. We've got the flying tyrants, but
You
we
said
don't
we
actually.
don't have a lot, but
We've got all of the monsters.
We've got the monsters. All the monsters we're good for. We have 3 flying high tyrants, which is pretty cool. But we just don't have a lot of the infantry.
we've got 3 flying Hive Tyrants,
I've got
3
I've got
Tribals.
boxes of Tyranid inventory.
It's fine. We can put in an order for like 20 boxes of Termagants, right?
Yeah, sure. Why not? You know what I mean?
No problems.
Dan, stop banging your head on the desk.
Yeah. We're just broke at the moment. You know, it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Well, I need to spend money to make money for the Battle of Ports.
Oh, that would be incredible.
The people want 120 Termagants.
Yeah, Dan, the people want 120 Termagants. And you know, I think the people have spoken, so I think you need to just get 120 Termagants.
Press F for Glasshammer's back again.
Yeah, I mean,
the same.
speaking as an outsider, I mean, guys, if you can do anything to support these guys at Glasshammer, because obviously the work they do is fantastic. So, you know, anything you can. Everyone's finding the pinch in difficult times, but these guys are great here. So you know, anything you can do. To
Yeah,
support
cheers,
these
bro.
guys.
Yeah, man, that's cool.
Just like-
Thanks so much. Well, we'll pay you later.
Elite members, especially guys, obviously you get your stuff discounted anyway. So every
You do.
every bit you can spend in store in these difficult times, then please do.
Oh,
So-
speaking
Yeah,
of
all helps,
speaking of
guys.
which, I will just say Dan touched on it earlier, pretty much at the beginning, but I'll say it again for people who've joined since. We are getting in the Christmas boxes,
yes, yeah.
so those will be available to pre-order.
Oh,
I
yeah,
believe
we are
Saturday.
getting
Dan?
them.
Some of those are
Christmas
so
boxes,
good value for
Yeah,
money.
so if you're looking for really good deals, some of them are amazing. The Necron one is fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
It's probably my favourite. The AOS ones are all insane. The Zinch one is so good.
Bonkers good.
So good. The Ogres one's really, really good. A lot of those boxes are really good. So if you are looking for some of those Christmas boxes, they go for pre-order on Saturday. Along with the Blood Angels and the Death Guard. So.
But who do you guys think are like as things stand at the moment, the kind of the bottom of the pile armies? I mean, everyone seems to think Tau
He
and
does look so cool.
Gene
doesn't
Stealer
he?
cults currently.
Guys, I'm just admiring Niall. Niall. Oh my god, he's so cool.
Can't
wait to get him on the
What's
table.
at the bottom of the pile?
Yeah, carry on,
Probably Gene Stealer Cult.
yeah, Gene Stealer caught a terrible right
I
now.
would say Grey Knights and Imperial Knights, but if anyone watched our battle report from last week, then they probably,
I
probably
don't
won't
think-
agree with
I
that.
don't think Grey Knights are I don't think Grey Knights are terrible.
I think as we've learned,
I think
as
Grey
you've
Knights are
played,
okay.
I think the thing is,
they're
though,
not Tau poor though. Currently.
Oh no, you know what, guys?
Well, the thing-
I
the
would
thing
actually
is-
be totally happy with my Grey Knight army. Totally happy with my Grey Knight army if my Striker Marines were 2 wounds each, like everyone
Which they
else's
will be
Marines,
eventually, you know.
and my Terminators were 3 wounds each, and my Paladins were 4 wounds each. I'd be very, very happy with my army, actually.
so I think the problem
if
with Grey
everything
Knights
just
right now
gained a
is
wound and
you
was
have
where it
to-
should be, I think it'd be because your
Well,
Terminators.
they will be eventually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're
But-
paying the same for your Terminators as everyone else,
Yeah.
but you're only
2 wounds.
and everyone else is already 3 wounds, and they're the same points. So you're like, I'm paying for them already, but I don't have the wounds.
But I think the way you play them now is very, very different because we've gone from a very psychic heavy. So Grey Knights at the beginning, like the end of last edition, were very much they win in the psychic phase because they would do a load of 2 damage smites and they don't gain any extra casting, and they were just really good. They had loads of buffs you could do on stuff. And I think
I
now,
think it sucks that they've lost that. By the way,
yeah, it
the
does.
smite's going up. I think that's bonkers
Yeah,
for
it's
Grey
1,000
Knights.
But I think the way
And Thousand Sons, yeah.
But it's
It's
because
because Grey Knights can do other things, but for Thousand Sons, that's their main point of offense, man. You know, the smites. So
Yeah.
going up for Thousand Sons really hurts them.
But I think now Manny probably demonstrated this really well in last week's game. Was that I think they've gone from being a psychic heavy army to being a psychic support. So they've got lots of psychopaths to help them.
Yep.
But I think it's their psi cannons and
Yeah,
cyber
you
damage
might as well
strats
to
now,
move them, the shooting, the
and being
side
relatively
trains.
manoeuvrable. And I think that's it. I think, like you said, I think once their Marines go to 2 wounds,
Oh, they'll be awesome. I
they'll
think
be
they'll
fantastic.
be
Because
awesome.
to be fair, I was only killing probably. I killed the entire squad,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't. It would have. I've had to have done that twice over to kill the squad if they were 2 wounds.
No, it's the Paladins, guys. You killed the whole Paladin unit. That's 600 points in one go.
Oh no.
And that, I think that unit should have 4 wounds each. If that unit had 4 wounds each.
See, I
That'd be
disagree. I think they should still have 3 wounds, but they should gain the. Can only be wounded on 4, 5, 6s.
Yeah,
like
see,
Death Ring.
I don't agree because they already are that tough. So
But the
they
reason
can already have.
the reason I don't think there'll be
Transhuman
4
and,
wounds is because they are still Terminators, but they're like a different variety, like the Deathwing Knights.
Okay.
Deathwing Knights are still Terminators. They're still.
So
only
I
3
thought
wounds
they'd be
each.
like Custodes because Custodian Guard are 3 wounds each. So are Terminators, and then on Alarus Custodians 4 wounds each.
They are. But you got to remember that their basic troops are the equivalent of Terminators because they're
Yeah, exactly.
2+ and
Yeah,
5+.
yeah. So your Grey Knight Terminators are 3 wounds each.
Yeah.
So the Paladin are the elite of the Terminators. I think they should be 4 wounds each.
I think you're wrong.
That's what I mean, right? I just think that's what they should be, or they should just be less points.
Yeah.
Because you're paying like 20 points on top of a normal Terminator for them, for +1 attack.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it real hard then,
Yeah.
because obviously at the moment you're paying for the +1 wound, but if they were 3 the same as Terminators, oh my god, you're paying just for
Dave
+1
says
attack.
donate termagants for Dan.
Yeah, donate Termagons for Dan.
Yeah, if we start them now, we might have enough built by the time the book comes out. And then David, if you're still watching, you're painting them. Good luck.
It was David who made the comment.
Oh, is it David the comment? Oh, David, good luck, mate. That's your...
David,
that's all on
why
you.
aren't you painting?
Yeah.
Why aren't you painting? You should be painting Space Wolves right now.
Yeah, stop typing, stop painting.
Yeah,
Can you send us a message with a picture
My
to
God.
prove you're actually still painting? That'd be cool.
Yeah. I want pictures, or it didn't happen, bro.
Yeah, so Towan, into the cults.
Do you see the cult? I think probably down there.
Yeah, Tower
Tower
battered right
really
now. But I was
bad.
speaking with Dan about this the other day, and we think, if they make Kroot good, that could really help Tau, if they just had some answer to close combat. If they could do something in close combat. Or actually, Dan came up with a really good rule, and I'm a massive fan of it. He said, the whole vehicles can fire into combat that they're in at -1 to hit? Yeah. Tau should get that. And I was like, that'd be incredible. That would be really, really good.
Yeah.
Because now, Overwatch has changed. He did say, though, he would like to see only one unit Overwatches. So, like, Tau is the same as everyone else. I would like the greater good rule to be that everybody can use the Overwatch stratagem for free. Do you know what I mean? But every unit can do it. So, but you can only Overwatch for yourself. Not, support another... You shouldn't be able to go, okay, my 10 Terminators are going to charge this Riptide, and then I turn around and go, well, my 3 Riptides and 8 Broadsides are all going to Overwatch you then. I don't think that should be a thing. I think you should only be able to Overwatch with the unit that gets targeted.
Like 3 inches or something rather
Yeah,
than
yeah.
6 inches like it is now. I think that's...
Yeah, something like that.
The
But
only
I think
problem with that is
Tau
it
should be
encourages
able
you
to shoot into
castle
combat.
more. I'd see the downside there.
You can't castle in 9th.
Yeah, you can't cast in 9th. You lose the game, don't you?
lose the game.
If you can't play the primary, you lose the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Teams to the cult are probably not in a great place either.
Ivana's got a massive nerf as well, didn't they?
Oh, did they?
Oh yeah, the flamers are only one damage now.
No!
Is that
Yeah,
true?
we're looking at Forge World.
Oh, I'm gonna check
Holy
that.
crap!
I will check that
no
right now.
way.
Check it
I will
right
check
now.
that right
The
now.
Ivana flamers have gone from damage 3 to 1 damage.
Oh
Wow.
my god! What do
Oh,
you think
they
about
killed
that,
it
Dan?
then. They killed it then because it's 400 points.
Think those Forge World Tower Riptides you pay so many points for.
There's stuff going up
What
to 2
damage?
damage to keep up with
Yeah,
Marines.
just
and
double
then they
check,
drop
but
down
I'm
from 2 to 1.
99%.
No, 3 to 1.
3 to
It's
1.
the 3 damage flamer.
Oh my god, it is actually 1 damage.
Yep.
Oh my god.
That is utterly garbage now. That is unbelievable.
insane.
If that was a 17 power level, so that's probably close to what it was in points before as well. I'll check it.
Oh, Tim, if you're watching, mate,
I'm so sorry.
I feel so... No, not Tim. Terry. If you're watching, Terry... Oh my god, mate, I feel so sorry.
Oh.
I mean, you can't tell by the way I'm laughing,
It's
but I feel so sorry for
it's,
you, bro.
it's 300 points.
300 points.
300.
Oh, so it's come down.
Come down.
It's
Like
has.
100 and something.
Yeah, it's come
Not
down.
slightly, guys.
Oh, yeah, come
Yes,
down.
It was
down-
450 odd... No.
It's come down 180 points.
Wasn't it 500
480.
points?
480.
480.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah, okay, so it's come down over a third of its cost, though. It's come down by like 40%.
Strength, is it strength 7 AP minus 3 still?
No,
Damage?
strength 6 AP minus 2
Oh,
1
so it's
damage.
lost an AP as well.
Ooh. How many shots? 3d6?
3d6. Oh, no, overcharge is 3d6.
Yeah, 3d6.
And its other weapon is
Oh.
heavy 6, which I think is what it was before.
If it was 2 damage, that'd be pretty nice for 300 points.
Can't have something go around killing
Yeah, 1
space
damage.
marines, can you?
Sorry?
Which is what it was
Yeah.
To be fair, they needed to do
Yeah,
something
that's
to it
right.
It
because
was deleting Terminators before. wasn't
Yeah,
it? It was just
it
it was deleting vehicles before. It was that was that good.
Oh, David says Vic has 3. Oh, Vic. Oh my god.
Ah,
Guys, drop some hearts in the chat for Vic.
lovely bit.
Oh, that's so bad.
On the other
Oh
hand,
no.
Arvanas are actually quite good now.
Oh, Ravanas.
Yep.
What do Ravanas do then, Si? Hit us up with it, bruh.
2 pulse submunition cannons. Wow. So it comes with 2 pulse submunition cannons, and they're heavy 9 each, which is pretty good. Strength 7 AP minus 2 damage.
Oh, whoa, and 9 shots each.
Yeah.
So it's got 18 shots with that.
Yeah, 16 train. Or heavy 3d3. Strength 6 AP minus 2 damage. Oh yeah, so heavy 9 is if it Nova charges.
That's so good.
Yeah.
18 shots.
Heavy 18, strength 7, minus 2 damage.
Yep.
There's a marine killer. Ravana, 18 shots.
And it can just take 2 items from the support systems.
Oh, please tell me that's only like 300 points as well. That'd be amazing.
Well, it's 18 power, so probably not.
Oh, no.
Nova Reactor.
Points,
So Nova Reactor, it can have a 4+ vulnerable save. Use the Nova profile.
The Nova profile. That's what you're going to use it for, isn't it?
Yeah, and the
Nova
fight phase,
profile.
it can do D3 mortal wounds. Let me check the points on that.
Yeah, check the points on that, bro.
Arvana. 320 points.
Oh, what? It's 20 points more. So, guys, instead of 3d6 shots that are 1 damage, you can have 18 shots that are strength 7 minus 2 flat 2 damage for 20 points more. Oh my god, that's
And
really
you can
good.
still,
actually.
and you can still give it things like velocity trackers and things like that.
That's really good for
ATS.
320.
ATS.
Considering-
yeah, you just said you could take 2, so you could probably take ATS. Although I think its ATS is probably expensive because it's a ton of Riptide, so it's probably like 40 points.
Yeah, but the fact, guys, the fact that a Yavara
No,
was
no, Advanced Toxism, 20 points.
There you go.
the fact that a
AP minus
Yavara
AP minus 3.
For another 20, for 340 points.
340 points, strength 7 minus 3/2 damage. That's what you take, guys. That's your marine killer. That's
Oh, no,
your marine.
and then
killer.
you take something like target lock or something like that, or velocity trackers.
velocity trackers.
Velocity trackers probably make the most sense. Oh well, stuff's lost fly. There's no more repulsors and impulses flying around as much now. So.
Less aircraft.
Unless aircraft, so actually the velocity trackers could change now.
Mm,
You can
very
take,
true.
you can give it whatever you want now. Early warning override could be funny.
Oh,
Something
yeah,
comes
yeah,
on from reserve, a
intercepting.
tactical reserve, so you go, I'll shoot you.
What about giving it 4+ invulnerable save?
You could give a shield generator 40 points, so 460 points with ATS, and that's not bad. That's actually not bad. You just Nova charge it every turn.
360 points, right?
360.
360, yeah.
What did I say?
That's so cool.
400. Sorry, 360 points.
That's pretty good.
That's really, really cool, man.
Yeah, that's
That's
there you go.
really,
That's what we
really
learned.
cool.
How much are they?
Oh, they're like 70 odd quid for 4 drills.
man.
Yeah, they're not cheap.
Not cheap.
That's really cool, though, man. Really, really cool.
What a surprise, though, because
Wow.
Yavanna was by far the worst out of those 2 special Riptides. So that being
And
the good
considering, guys, that Yavara, the Yavara was 480 points when it was good.
Yeah.
And now the Ravana is only like 320? Plus whatever you want to kit it with, like signature system wise, but 320 is pretty damn good for that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah, that's really, really cool.
So that's
really, really cool.
That's a gem from the book.
Yeah, but that's what I
nice to
think
see.
is bottom of the pile, man. Gene Stealer Cults, Tau. I want to see the Orc book come out soon, man. I'm a massive Orc fan, guys. Everybody knows they're my favourite army.
Chris,
Hope Orcs get a book.
Chris Taylor, one of our guys in from up north.
Oh, yeah,
Obviously,
Chris,
Chris plays a lot of Orcs, and I think we were just discussing with Chris about what he'd like to see. And I think the way people play Orcs has changed now, because obviously when Ninth came about and Blast happened, everyone's like, oh well, you're not going to see, you're not going to see 90 boys,
yeah.
180 boys anymore now because of Blast. But then obviously I don't think people are taking that much Blast when you look at it in lists.
Well, the meta's
Yep.
gone towards Marines,
Meta's
right?
gone
So you're not,
towards Marines.
and they're multiple small units, so no one's bothering with the blast stuff.
I think,
So-
as I say, I think the first person who turns up to
A big event with
tournament
it.
With a horde.
with a horde army is going to be
do quite well.
He's going to do quite well.
Yeah,
I think so.
I agree.
I think so. I mean, you could see lots and lots of like. I'd like to see like big lots of Necrons, like huge amounts of warriors could be really, really good. Especially with the resurrection.
Yeah,
protocols
Dan,
on
get a
there.
move on, mate. Drop 120 warriors in a Necron list, bro.
Totally
I
do.
did. I did, and it got tabled in 2 turns.
No, you need 100. You need to double your warriors. That's
Hey, it took 60,
Didn't
that's
you
the
take
problem.
that as the lesson from that game? You just need to add more warriors, bro. If you're losing all your warriors, put more warriors in.
A lot of people have suggested the flying headbutt stratagem needs to be limited to once per game as well to stop people just taking.
Oh, the flying headbutt, though, guys. The flying headbutt
Oh,
is
the
so
flyers.
cool, man.
Because you just go, there's one this turn, there's one the next turn, there's one turn
just
three.
exploding your own orc flyer to do 3
Well, I'm gutted,
mortal
I'm
wounds
gutted
to
they lost.
everything.
I'm
That's so
gutted they
cool.
lost what's it called, the custom,
So
the
cool.
mega shock attack gun.
Oh yeah,
Super-
I'm gutted
super-
they
super
lost
shocker.
that. The soup dub shocker.
super
Yeah, I'm
shocker's
gutted they
gone.
lost that. That was really good.
So, I mean, that was another thing. Just
Because that's the thing, that wasn't broken, was it? It was just
Wasn't
good. It was just good.
I played against it twice, and in both games it did average. Like, it would fail, like, for 3 turns in a row, and then one turn it would just
That's kind of
remove
what you-
something.
But that's
Like,
what it does, right?
That's hilarious.
It's
And
very,
it
it was very
orc thing.
orky. I loved
Yeah.
it because it was very like you say,
It was
Si.
so good.
I loved it
It's
because it was
so
very orky.
yeah.
It's very, very
In some
orky.
turns it'd be like, oh, the guy has flung himself across the battlefield instead. It's like, oh god.
I know, just changing the subject very slightly, I know one thing a certain lot of people are quite salty about is obviously looking back to when Ninth was coming out and we were promised that all the Psychic Awakening books were going to be 4-week compatible.
Yeah.
And then obviously now, Space Marines has landed, and then Faith and Fury's been kind of, a lot of the stuff in there has disappeared already. And I think people's fear is obviously we've had really no use out of those Psychic Awakening books when you think about it, with COVID and everything else, which is it's not their fault, obviously.
So I was watching the reactions to the new Caradon book,
Yeah.
and everybody's reaction was basically this: was like, I do not want to commit to a book
Yeah.
for a faction that's going to get a codex which could invalidate the book entirely.
Yeah.
And a lot of people just don't want to spend more money.
Mhm.
So, I mean, if you're a Death Guard player, or, you know, in that seems like it seems like an okay buy, because you might get some extra stuff. If it's got anything for match play in there, then it seems like an alright buy, because it's coming out after your book. But it's got Mechanicus and Knights in there, right?
Mhm.
And I think if you're one of those players, like
Oh,
I'm a Knight
yeah.
player, I'm very reluctant to buy a book to have it possibly invalidated within a couple of months.
Yeah,
And I
when
think
the
people are
actual
scared
night
about
book
that
comes
because
out. Because
because of the-
that's just going to be extra rules, isn't it, in that book?
Yeah.
So it'll be like add-ons for your knights, but then knights might come out and just completely get rid of it.
or the stuff in that book might just be in their new book.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
So it's like,
I
why
get
do you
what
bother buying the book?
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
think people are afraid that they want to spend money. And like
But
I
for
said,
Death Guard,
Psychic
'cause
Awakening was
is it coming after the Death Guard Codex? Death Guard Codex?
Yes, I believe
Oh yeah,
so.
Death Guard's coming right now, isn't
Yeah,
it? In,
Death
like,
Guard's
with
like in
Blood
2 weeks.
Angels in 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, so
It's between, I think
Awesome.
it's out at the same time as I think it's Christmas release for that one, and then obviously you got Raven.
Oh, awesome.
Angels.
Okay.
Dark Angels.
So if it's with the Death Guard, it'll be good for the Death Guard.
it'll be good for the Death Guard because
That'd
it's
be good
probably
for
got some
the
extra
Death
stuff in there.
Guard.
However, it might
That'd be
not
cool.
be good for the other
for the
factions
others.
because-
Yeah, I didn't even think about that, mate. I didn't
Yeah.
even think about that. That's a good point.
So I think a lot of people are
Good
scared
point.
to drop money on something that could invalidate in a couple of months. I mean, yeah, it's a tough one. The supplements are always.
I genuinely do
Yeah,
feel
that's a
sorry
good
for those
point.
people who've got to wait potentially 18 months for their codexes. The last couple of codexes.
If the factions have got a really good Psychic Awakening, are being left to last, it might be okay. So Grey Knights could be all right for a little bit because their Psychic Awakening book was amazing for them. So they could kind of get away with it for the moment. If they're
Like I said, guys, I would be really happy if they just dropped an FAQ saying, you know, use Strike Marines as 2 wounds and Terminators as 3 wounds.
Yeah.
That's literally it. And Grey Knight, all Grey Knight players would be very
Well, the
happy
thing is, though-
for their Codex to come
Yeah.
last.
Well, they should have.
If that's the case.
but they should have done that. If they were
Yeah,
going
they
to do
should
that,
have
they
done that
should
with
have
Marines,
for
yeah.
all Chaos Marines as well.
Yeah. I think they
It's
should,
highly
yeah.
likely those codexes are all written.
Yep.
Right
Although
now.
saying that, I will change the subject again slightly. In that we did see rumours a month or so ago concerning squats could be coming back.
There was some sort of rumour that they were going to come back as an add-on for Imperial Guard, is what I heard.
So I'd heard
some squats.
additional rumours saying they were going to be an entirely new faction because they put out a sneak peek of like a transmission, and it was like it's the squat, and then it's like stops.
Yeah.
It was very clearly squats, and then they've put out something else somewhere else. I can't remember what it was, but there was also hinting in it. That could be interesting because that'll slot in somewhere between all the other books.
Yeah.
So that could be interesting.
there's obviously also-
Unfortunately, it's another bloody Imperium faction.
There's also a suggestion we're going to get another completely brand new faction apart from that as well, because there was some suggestion of the Harud making an appearance.
Yeah,
There's
well,
some
the
leaks
the
speaking of
Rud
that,
and
so-
the Squats have both
Yeah.
been on those kind of outskirts of rumours for being factions for
Yeah.
donkeys, because Rud got a Battlefleet Gothic force, I believe.
Yeah.
So they are in the canon,
Yeah.
you know, and Squats, well, they got squatted, so they're kind of in the canon and not.
What's
and now,
canon, guys?
Canon is official background.
Background story.
Oh, yeah, sorry,
So they
guys.
are. So Squats were.
I'm not
in the-
versed on that kind of
yeah.
stuff.
So Squats were in the official
Canon,
background, and then
Oh,
they
God,
got,
like in the fluff.
In the fluff.
In the fluff.
Oh, in the fluff.
as
Call
well.
it fluff, guys.
In the
Fluff.
But then they got models for
I
Necromunda.
know what fluff is.
But then they got a model for Necromunda.
Yeah.
So they're definitely back
Oh,
in the
cool.
in the,
Cool.
the fluff.
Yeah, thanks in the fluff. Right, yeah.
So
Cannon sounds cool,
the
though,
cannon,
doesn't
yeah.
it?
So we could see that back. I'm excited about that because
The float.
a very sort of a kind of a
cool.
mix between kind of Space Marines and Mechanicus could be kind of cool.
That's cool, man. Squats. What are squats, guys?
Space Dwarfs.
Space Dwarves.
Oh, Space Dwarves.
Yeah.
Amazing.
That is
Yeah,
the easiest
so
example.
They used to be on trikes
cool.
and they used to have like little dreadnought suits, like ancient times.
Yeah.
It used to be really, really
Nice.
cool.
I want a
seen-
futuristic
you've
God
seen
Trek
the,
then. I want a
you've-
futuristic
You've
God
seen the
Trek.
Avengers, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
You know, is it Magni who's the guy who helps Thor make
Yeah.
Stormbreaker?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
They're like
Played
they're
by
like
Mr. played by
Like
Mr.
giant dwarves.
no, not giant, but like dwarf size, but they're basically like armorers and they do loads of
Yeah.
technology
Oh,
stuff.
So very similar to the guys in
Caradron Overlords.
Yeah, very
They're
similar to
basically
Caradron
space
Overlords.
Caradron Overlords.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Cool.
So that would be pretty cool.
I like it. I like it. I like it.
Yeah,
What's-
they there's nothing much new. Somebody says Souped Up Shocker was key to Orclist.
Yeah, it was so key to Orclist, man.
Yeah, and I think that was
Losing that is massive.
yeah, and that's the thing, the biggest issue because they've lost something that the armor is built around, and that's a shame.
Ash says could be where Cole's getting all his stuff made by the squats. Yeah, it's quite possible. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, he's done other heretical things, so
Yeah,
might as well.
Why aren't they chasing him? Why aren't they like chasing Cole down, trying to hang him from the nearest tree?
Oh,
What's this, sorry? What's this, sorry?
because he's taken over, or he's had all the other fabricators.
Cole's like a massive heretic. He's
Oh
like,
yeah, he's massive. Heretic.
Oh yeah. Why?
Heritage.
Why? What's happening, guys? I don't know. Tell me.
So
Fill me in,
the
man,
background,
fill
I
me in.
think he's made himself fabricated general by basically killing off all of his other.
one of the grand
Oh,
mages.
really?
Yeah. So he's done that.
What Belisarius called?
Yeah. He's probably.
He worked with Yvraine.
Call.
Yeah.
Like
he worked
like
with Yvraine.
Mechanicus call.
Mechanicus call, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
He worked with Yvraine to bring Gulliman back. That's heresy. Working with the Xenos.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
so like.
There's apparently a lot of the Primaris gene stock may have come from Night Lords.
Possibly, maybe.
Possibly, maybe come from Night Lords.
Oh wow.
And because he's like persona non grata on Terror in the current fluff, like no, they won't allow. Obviously, he turned up with Cypher as well, didn't he? Like
He turned up with Cypher?
Heretic,
Heretic.
one of the biggest heretics that the Dark Angels don't like him. at all.
Imperium's most wanted.
Yeah. Well,
From-
Dark Angels
yeah.
wanted, certainly.
Was it hide and seek champion from M30 to M41?
Yeah, he's won the hide and seek championships quite a few times.
So yeah, there's all that. There are rumblings that there is a lot of heretic tech within kind of his workshops because of all the
Gulliman
rumblings.
and Iraid have been getting jiggy, so you know what I mean.
We talked about this last time. Like, I'm not sure this is totally
yeah.
canon, but it's pretty heretical. There's a very strange
Is that it?
heretical
Is it-
frieze somewhere. It's
Is that
Gilliman and
getting
Yvraine,
it
and then
on
he's
with
just there
Yvraine?
filming it.
In the books that came at the end of 7th edition, the whatever it was, Storm of the Phoenix, whatever it was called, there was
Yeah.
a suggestion that on their way to Earth, after he was resurrected, that they spent a lot of time alone together. So there was
Gilliman and Yvraine.
Yvraine and Gulliman. So it was all
Yvraine and Gilliman.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my god.
Well, you know, he's basically a hippie. He's from before our times, mate. He would understand it.
Oh wow.
But it's
So yeah, Cole
wow.
wants to be made fabricated. Ash says Cole wants to be made fabricated general, but Gulliman's blocked it repeatedly.
yeah.
Gulliman also doesn't trust his
doesn't trust his
Cole.
call inferiors.
Trust Cole's inferiors. Yeah, he thinks they're all actually AIs.
Oh, awesome.
That is, I believe, true. There is a book somewhere.
So
where
what's
basically-
Fabricated General, guys?
It's the leader of Mars. It's the
Basically,
Oh, the
head
leader of
Mars.
Mars,
yeah.
The grand Magos of Mars, basically.
yeah.
Okay.
He's basically.
Who is it at the moment?
There isn't one.
I don't think there is. No. I think there is one, but I think he's unnamed. He hasn't got canon. Like, sorry,
Oh,
he hasn't
yeah,
got a
oh,
fluff.
okay.
He hasn't got a fluff.
Oh, he hasn't
name.
got a fluff name.
Yeah,
okay.
so he does have.
I
There
like
is
this,
one.
man. This has turned into a fluff chat. I like this, man, because I don't know much about the fluff guys. So it's cool doing this.
Yeah, basically, he's got very lofty ambitions, and he's basically using whatever means necessary to get there eventually.
Yeah, so
Okay,
he
yeah.
obviously he brought Yvraine and Cypher to Mars, and then he let Cypher. Then he may or may not have allowed Cypher to escape again when the Dark Angels found out and were en route to Mars to try and capture Cypher.
Yeah,
Oh man.
he may or may not have escaped. Aided by the Adeptus Mechanicus of Mars.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so people don't like Call at the moment. Like he's
Yeah,
sounding on
he's
guard.
not. He's not the most trusted guy in Brim. Even the High Lords of Terror, who are like the ruling council of like Terror, they're all like, I don't want anything to do with him.
'Cause obviously
Nothing to do with
they're
him.
suggesting that all the repulsors and all the anti-grav stuff, and they're suggesting that he's in some way done a deal with Yvrain in relation to for Eldar.
Oh, like
technology.
grav technology.
Yeah, grav technology.
Because
obviously
it
Eldar.
was obviously it was a bit more prevalent in like the Heresy, but obviously they're like, well, no, let's bring the Heresy vehicles back. All these are brand new STCs with this really hyper efficient grav technology. It's like, where's that come from?
all of a sudden, like,
All of a sudden,
yeah.
Gilliman's back,
Yeah.
and all these new stuff are coming out.
Oh wow, that's true actually. That's
So it's
true.
pretty cool. So yeah.
So Cypher, guys, tell us about Cypher. What's Cypher doing right now?
we don't
well,
know, he's disappeared.
What was he doing? What was he doing on Mars? What was he? Was there a plot to why he came to
Yes,
Mars?
so the idea behind Cypher is, I assume you know roughly who Cypher is. For those who don't know who Cypher is,
Yeah.
Cypher is a renegade dark angel.
Leader of the Fallen,
Dark
basically.
Angel, baby, the Fallen.
So, what's happened is, he's now at Mars, and his object is now obviously to get to Terra,
Yeah.
because they believe that the sword he's carrying is Lionel Johnson's Lion Sword,
Yeah.
and there's a couple of things that they think he's doing. So one thing he's trying to get to Terra to meet the Emperor to tell him what's happened with the Dark Angels.
Yeah.
They've fallen to heresy, and they're all there, kind of the Fallen and all the background there. The other rumor is he's trying to get to Terra to use the sword to kill the Emperor, because he's found out some knowledge that killing the Emperor basically restarts the Imperium,
Oh, whoa, okay.
because he's supposed to be a perpetual.
So,
Oh, really? So
yeah.
why does it restart the Imperium then?
So the rumor is that the Emperor, if he was killed,
Yeah.
he would be reborn,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
because he's basically
in very short order as well. Like when Vulcan was killed,
Yep.
he reformed in months.
yeah. The reason he's kept
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because every Primarch got something from the Emperor,
Yeah.
didn't they?
So
And Vulcan got the
his
Perpetual.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
that's so cool.
So killing the Emperor would mean that the Emperor would eventually come back. So
Yeah,
there's a
okay.
rumor he's coming back. The other
Okay.
thing as well is they believe that the Golden Throne,
Stopping him regenerating.
it's often regenerated because the High Lords of Terror don't want him to be in charge, because they'll lose all their power because the Emperor will back.
Oh, cool. It's all politics. It's
But-
all
oh,
politics.
no, it gets worse than that, because the problem is the Astronomicon, which is what's basically the Emperor's powering, is what's drawing the Tyranids to him.
Yeah.
If the Astronomicon goes down, the Imperium lose warp travel,
Yeah.
they lose communications,
With all the outlying regions.
yeah. Millions of Psychers will die
Yeah.
because the psychic backlash. So say goodbye to the Grey Knights. Basically,
Yeah.
say goodbye to most of the Eldar factions.
Yeah. The Thousand Sons also don't want it. In the fluff, the Thousand Sons don't want it to happen either, even though
Yep, because they
even though they're
believe
chaos, they
they-
know that the damage that the loss of the Astronomicon would do. Even
Yeah,
though the war,
there's probably. I mean, I'm probably screwing up bits of lore here. So if there are people in here who learn more about the lore of Red the Heresy stuff, please, you can.
Oh
chime in
message
here.
guys. I'm just I'm trying to learn more, man. You know, like this is interesting.
Considering it's
you
a
know.
lore chat.
Sitting here like painting demons and
basically,
learning a lot
Cypher-
about the lore, guys. Learning a lot about the lore.
Basically, Cypher's been outrunning everybody to try and clearly on a mission. Where he's been spotted has clearly been a pattern. Is heading towards Terra,
Yeah.
and this is what everyone believes. The reason is he's believed.
the other
Awesome.
sword, they think it might be.
I like
it's the
Cypher.
same sword that
I like
wounded
Cypher.
Horus, the anathema that is stolen. So they think it might be that sword. That he's managed to get hold of, which was the sword
cool.
that Lorgar used to have Horus stabbed with. So when Horus turned.
Yeah.
Because they know the effect that had on a Primarch. So they're
Oh,
a similar sort of
cool.
effect on
Yeah.
the Emperor as well. So.
And the last thing they think he could be heading towards Terra for is because he could be asking the Emperor for redemption for all of the stuff that happened with the fall.
and everything
The
else.
fall.
Now what happened to the Dark Angels. And obviously, Dark Angels don't want that secret to be known to anybody.
Yeah. So
So
what
that's
is
what
the
they're hunting.
secret, guys?
Half the
You guys help
Legion,
us with the Fallen.
half
Tell
the
us what the
Legion
Fallen.
fell to chaos.
Well,
Kind of.
Kind
They
of.
insurrected. So there was, I'm going to get a Luther,
Yeah.
who was basically, he wasn't a space marine. I
Oh,
believe he was
Luther.
human. Yeah.
Luther. So I know about Luther, guys.
Yeah. So
Uh,
him and
so-
Luther
Lionel
was-
Johnson.
had a bit of a barney.
Luther
We're
was
the
an
boys,
improved-
right? They were boys from day. They were boys
yeah.
in the hood, man.
But Luther was very much an improved human rather than a space marine.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were boys in the hood together, guys. You know what I mean?
So
They were
when-
so cool. Luther was the he was the badass
Yeah.
back
He was-
on
he was-
Caliban when there were knights,
Yeah.
and then Lionel was
yeah,
found, wasn't he?
Right,
So
Yeah.
he
Lionel
grew up
came in
training
and went,
him.
I'm in charge now, and Luther went, I'm not
Yeah,
sure about that.
if it's kind of the thing, like he was shadowed, right? For example, like if the lion had never been found on Caliban, Luther would be the badass. Like he would be the hero of legend of the Dark Angels, right? Oh, well, of
And
Caliban.
of course, he got overshadowed by Lionel when he turned
Yeah, because
So
I think
Lion made
Luther's
him-
really cool in the fluff, man. I
So
think
Lionel
Luther
Johnson
is
made
really,
him,
really cool.
Lionel Johnson made him his number 2, basically,
Yeah.
which is unheard of in Space Marine Legions because they've always made a Space Marine, basically the chapter like master kind of thing. But Luther's like the exception. He's actually like I said, he's a modified human, basically. But there was like an insurrection, and he didn't like the way that the Crusades were going.
Lionel had him banged up in a secret cell and fed by a deaf mute or something to that effect. Anyway, so
Yeah,
nobody
yeah.
knew he
Oh,
was there,
really?
and then he escaped, obviously.
And then it was a huge. It came back to Caliban, and it was basically a civil war between half the Dark Angels and the other half.
Oh,
So when the planet exploded,
yeah.
the fallen half, so Luther's half, all
Yeah.
escaped.
Oh, cool, cool.
Not all of them, but obviously
Not
a large chunk of them
large
escaped.
chunk,
yeah.
So the fallen are essentially ex-Dark Angels and being, and that's what the hunt's for. That's what the Raven Wing and the Deathwing do.
It's never been proved that the Fallen are fallen, as in it's only the Dark Angels would call them the Fallen.
Yes.
Whereas
So they've
some
not
people-
technically
but
turned.
They're the real Dark
Yeah.
Angels.
Yeah.
And it's actually Lionel's Dark Angels that are the heretics.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
Because they're trying because
okay.
it's basically a huge cover-up. They're like, we
Yeah.
can't let anybody know that we've potentially fallen because what happens when a faction falls to chaos, Manny? What happens? Who does the Emperor send to go deal with it? Usually.
Lehman Russ, baby.
And Space
The
Wolves.
Wolves of
and
Fenris.
we
So-
all,
and
we all
then-
know how reliable Lehman Russ is.
But the problem is that if the fallen,
What happens then, guys? Yeah, let.
so if the
what was
fallen,
this?
if the fallen reveal the truth of what's happened, and the
So what? No, sorry. What's the truth? So the truth is that half the Legion have fallen
yeah.
to chaos,
Okay. Well, potentially.
but we don't know
We
which
don't
side
half,
it is.
Which half? would
Yeah,
lead
It might
someone to
be
go.
the good ones,
Yeah.
or it might be the fallen ones. We don't actually know which
but the
ones are fallen.
fallen,
to
if they
chaos.
reveal what's
That's
happened,
really
because
cool.
half the faction fall, they'll penalise the entire faction.
And then the Emperor will send the wolves.
And then-
Well, the Emperor won't because the Emperor's not around anymore.
Well,
However,
yeah, yeah.
the Imperium will be like, Wolves, Logan, go deal with that mess. And let's be honest, the Dark Angels
shit.
don't have the numbers the Wolves do.
Yeah, the
The
Dark
Wolves
Angels
will.
don't
Oh,
have
I
the
was saying that
numbers of the
Wolves have been
wolves.
decimated quite a bit in the
There's a
last few
question
law
about
bits, but
Yeah, last few
What about the
bits, yeah.
Alpha Legion and whether we think they want the Emperor dead or alive? Because
Yeah, that's true,
the Alpha
actually.
Legion are a bit unique because in the fluff they've never openly the Alpha Legion have never openly fallen to chaos. I know obviously in tabletop we. They played with demon princes and summoning demons, but the actual Alpha Legion.
yeah, the Alpha
went
Legion
with-
are a bit of an enigma because of
They went with Horus because they figured that their sages and seers at the time figured it was the right thing to do to go with Horus.
Oh yeah,
so
that's
Alpha
why
Legion,
I
Alpha Legion
heard
joined
that.
Horus because they figured that it was the winning side.
I heard
they
that.
never joined because they didn't want the Emperor. They joined because it was like, well, I want to join the side that's going to win. And they
No.
threw
Was
it
it
with
was it
Horus.
that, or was it? Didn't the Alpha Legion side with Chaos because it was a lot less lives would be lost
Yes.
in the Great War
Yeah.
if Chaos won?
Yes.
Right? Wasn't that the thing? If for the Imperium to win, a lot more lives had to be lost, right?
So
But for Chaos to win, less did. So Alpha Legion sided the Chaos because less
So the
death
Alpha
was going to
Legion-
happen.
the Alpha
Something
Legion-
like that, I think.
yeah, so the Alpha Legion
Awesome.
hate the Imperium.
Okay,
But at the
yeah,
same
yeah.
time, they know that if Chaos eventually wins,
Yeah.
then it's not just like millions of people dead, it's the entire universe.
Yeah, yeah.
And they realise that that's... so they've basically kind of like... They're not thrown their lot in with either side, really.
Yeah.
It's just that, like...
You gotta love Alpha Legion, man.
In
You
the
gotta
fluff,
love
they've
Alpha
had to
Legion.
shove them in one direction,
Yeah.
really.
But Alpha
But it's
Legion-
funny because
yeah.
Alpha Legion are actually loyalists and Dark Angels are actually the heretics. And that's gonna be
You
10th
know,
edition.
I love Dark Angels, man.
People have been saying that for quite a while.
I love Dark Angels. I think Dark Angels are so cool. I think that the part of me that loves Dark Angels is just because I'm a very fantasy-esque person. So I really like like Lord of the Rings and stuff. I really like Lord of the Rings kind of stuff, and I love the fact that they were from Caliban and they were knights. Like actual
Oh, yeah, they were
horseback,
basically,
like knights.
They were Arthurian, like proper knights.
Yeah, I loved it. I think that's
Alpha
class.
Legion's all about information and secrets and all that sort of stuff as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Somebody just said in chat. I can't read it on my screen. Then. What did you say about?
Yeah, Prot Con says, I think Alpha joined Horus because they know the secret from the Eldar and the Cabal. Dad has to die to reset the Imperium.
Yeah,
because
'cause
they hate the Imperium.
Yeah.
And then he says, don't forget Alpha Legion made sure that White Scars got back to Terra to defend it.
Oh,
Yeah,
did they?
They were engaged with
Oh
the White
wow,
Scars,
they
and then
made sure the White Scars got back to
disengaged in
Terra.
a battle with the White Scars to allow the White Scars to get back to Terra.
Oh wow, that's
Now,
pretty
I
damn
will
cool
say the White Scars
actually.
didn't know that was what was
They-
happening.
yeah, they didn't.
They had to be like, well, we need to get them back, but if we just say to them, go back, then they're never going to believe us. So they just fell back. They were like, oh, well, this is our opportunity to get away. So the White Scars.
So the White Scars
Disengage
definitely
as well.
got
Oh wow,
That's
that's
pretty
really
cool,
cool
yeah.
actually. Yeah, go Alpha Legion, man.
Top bros.
Top bros.
Bros, yeah.
They were the bros, man. They were the bros.
Yeah, because obviously the Alpha Legion and the Cabal were obviously there's a Horus Heresy book dedicated to it and explaining all about John. You've read it, Sir John? What's his name? The perpetual human who's in it. The
Oh, yeah, I know that guy.
I know the one you mean,
What's
but I
that?
don't know his name.
There's a perpetual human.
yes. There's a,
Oh
well,
my God.
he might not be a human. He might be someone else, but he's portrayed as a human. But he's definitely
He
a
just shows
perpetual.
up, doesn't he? On
He just
random
shows up
planets and
randomly
stuff,
on random planets and just.
Well, I think the problem is that they've made a few people perpetuals in the background. They've removed all of them. I don't know if anybody remembers Justicar Thrawn from the Grenade book.
Yeah.
He's a perpetual.
Just took our throne.
He was a upgrade to a sergeant in a Terminator squad.
Oh yeah,
But he
and he
had
was
a-
a perpetual.
He was a perpetual. His background is
that's
perpetual. But apparently he had a psychic vision that his last days were defending the Golden Throne on Terra.
Oh wow, really?
But they removed that because they were like, "Oh, we can't do that."
Oh, that's so
Like,
cool.
Yeah, it was what's it called, Matt
That was
Ward
so cool.
era of
The only-
silliness.
The only thing as well you've got to remember is nobody really knows what happened with Kor when he went to see the Emperor. Because obviously nobody was in the throne room with Kor when he got to Terra finally at the end of the campaign, and he went to see the Emperor. The only person whose word you've got for what happened in that throne room is
Call himself.
Gulliman himself,
Oh yeah, so
because he was the only person in the room. So obviously he's just walked out with the Emperor's sword and gone, "I'm in charge," because the Emperor says so. But nobody knows if that's actually the
Oh,
case.
when was this? Sorry.
So obviously at the end of 7th edition, when Gulliman was resurrected and
Yeah.
he went to Earth with Yvraine and with Call, and he landed on Terra, and the High Lords of Terra first tried to stop him gaining entry, but he basically pulled rank on him and went, "I'm going to see my father," and he went into the throne room on his own
Oh yeah.
and allegedly spoke to the Emperor in inverted commas.
Yeah.
And then obviously he came out and said, "I've got my dad's sword, I'm in charge."
Oh whoa. Okay. Yeah.
basically it's
I've
the
got
equivalent.
that sword. I'm in charge.
It's equivalent. It's the equivalent of saying, "Mum, can I have some sweets?" And they've gone, "Ask your dad." He's gone to the room, not talked to him, come out and gone, "Yeah, he said I could have loads."
Yeah, he said I could have loads of sweets, Mom.
Didn't Cypher try and kill him then?
No, that everyone thinks Cypher was trying to get to Earth. Cypher's the last anybody saw Cypher was on Mars, because they landed on Mars first.
Okay.
But he's coming to try and kill the Emperor,
But-
isn't he?
and then he's disappeared.
Maybe.
Obviously, Cypher's disappeared. We were saying while you were out there, Cypher obviously disappeared from Mars. Nobody knows quite where he's gone.
I
But
love that. Cypher's cool, man. Cypher's a cool. Yo, so guys, help me out with this. So,
Welcome to Lawhammer, by the way.
Cypher was Cypher was a title in the Dark Angels, right?
Yes.
It's not a person.
Nope.
It's the Lord Cypher.
Correct.
And he holds the secrets of all of the Dark Angels, right?
Yeah.
Now, he was one of the Knights of Lupus, right?
Correct.
Isn't that what they find out in the book? So, guys, this is me trying to talk fluff, guys. So, I was reading a Horus Heresy book, and basically it was about Caliban, right?
Yeah.
And the Lord Cypher is a rank above all ranks, pretty much in the Dark Ages, coveted. It's highly regarded by a lot of Dark Angels, right? The Lord Cypher holds all the secrets of the Dark Angel legions, right? But Luther, the part where I'm at is Luther has just found the Lord Cypher or whatever hidden somewhere on Caliban. And it's because Lionel Johnson, because they fought the Knights of Lupus, and the Knights of Lupus were the ones who were, they were breeding the beasts of Caliban, because all the beasts of Caliban had to die, right?
the lion killed them all.
Yeah, the lion killed them all, yeah. And, well, he led the crusade to kill all the beasts, didn't he?
Yep.
Yeah, it was a very, like, King Arthur type thing, right, wasn't it? Yeah, so he led the crusade to kill all the beasts, and they got to the Knights of Lupus castle, and they said that, join us. And they said, well, no. So then there was a massive battle, wasn't there? And when they broke into the castle of the Knights of Lupus, they found cages where they were breeding the beasts of Caliban, weren't they? And it's because they were talking about there's something on Caliban, right? Some sort of, is it like an energy or something? I can't remember exactly what it was, but they said breeding the beast was a good thing to do, right? They said it was all good. So the lion,
It's all good.
not everyone died. Because basically, what they said, from what I can gather, is that when the fight happened, of course, like, knights of Caliban were everywhere, right? Like, the knights of a house would go to all the different places on the planet, right? They'd be all around the planet doing different quests and stuff, right? Yeah, doing that. And Knights of Lupus, what they're saying is, when the battle happened for the castle with the Knights of Lupus, loads of Knights of Lupus weren't there. They couldn't get back in time. So they'd heard about the Knights of Lupus, and then they just did it. The fall of, whatever, let's call it Lupus. The fall of Lupus. And then they never went back, right? Because they know there's no one there. So what I can gather is after that, it was someone's job to go around hunting the last of the Knights of Lupus.
That's correct. It was.
Who was that?
I can't remember the fluff now. It was
Someone went round killing all the Knights of Lupus, and he was successfully doing it, wasn't he? He was successfully doing it, and then there was one Knight of Lupus left, and it was Luther!
Luther, yeah.
Luther went round killing all of the last Knights of Lupus, which I think, this is why I love Luther, guys. That's badass to me. That's so badass. And he went around killing all the Knights of Lupus, and he couldn't find one, and then he tracked him. And this Knight of Lupus, he thinks, this last Knight of Lupus, and the books went missing from the castle of the Knights of Lupus. The books with all the bad shit in them, guys.
That's why he thinks it might be the new site. It might be Cypher.
Yeah, that all went missing, and then he followed the trail to where this knight was came into this village, and essentially what they think is this knight went into this village, and then he was recruited by the knights. What were the knights of Lionel Johnson called? Were they just the Knights of Caliban?
Were they not just like the inner circle? Or
Yeah,
whatever
they were all.
be?
It was the circle, wasn't it? The Knights of Caliban. It might have been the Knights of Caliban. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. The Knights of Caliban, basically, they went to this village to initiate people into the Knights, and this guy, the Knight of Lupus, went I want to be initiated. And he came in and he rose up the ranks of the Dark Angels of the Knights of Caliban because he was already a Knight of Lupus, so he progressed a lot quicker than everybody else, and he's progressed all the way to the rank of the Lord Cypher, right? So, but he is the last Knight of Lupus, which is a crazy twist, right? And Luther just finds this out in the book that I'm in. He's found that out. Isn't that why Luther turns?
Potentially.
Because Lionel Johnson's been keeping... Because he knows the Lord Cypher is that guy. So the Lion's been keeping a Knight of Lupus alive as the Lord Cypher, hiding all the secrets of the Dark Angels. That's why they fall out, isn't it?
Including the fact that the Lion's secretly on Caliban, or secretly on the
rock.
Asleep on the rock.
Yeah. And that's why Luther's fallen out, isn't it? That's why Luther is no. Yeah, so that's what I gather. So the Lord Cypher is that title, right? And basically, so what happens with when they've fallen now? Who is the Lord Cypher?
There isn't one.
There isn't one. The title's
The
basically
title's
gone.
was made defunct by the current chapter master of the Dark Angels, by Azrael. Was it Azrael?
I don't know if it was Azrael. It might have been. It was a chapter master made
Belial or
it.
something.
They realised that because they believe that the current Cypher's still alive, you can't replace him until the last one's dead.
Oh, okay.
So basically, because there is a Cypher.
I mean, Cypher. You know Cypher? Cypher, the character, the one who's coming to try and kill the Emperor. Yeah. Isn't that the Lord Cypher?
That's the same guy.
Because that's a title. It's a title, right? That's him, right?
That is the same guy that's why we think there's several reasons why you might want to see the Emperor.
Oh,
because
cool.
You might want to say, do you realise that your eldest son Lionel's dodgy as basically?
Oh, dodgy as F, yeah.
Dad,
wow.
Lionel Johnson's been a bad person.
And this in turn leads to the whole idea of the rebirth of the Lion coming round and the potential for a second civil war.
Oh, by the way, guys, it is. We've done 2.25 hours.
Oh, have we?
So should we do another 15 minutes and take a 2.5? Nice round 2.5 hours.
But yeah,
Have you got any questions, by the way? Because we've been going on about like
I'm
lore.
keeping
So
an eye on it still.
yeah, yeah.
No.
But yeah, that's where the potential coming. Obviously, the Lion and the resundering of the Imperium and a war between Gulliman and the Lion.
So to
basically.
bring it
Oh,
kind of
Gulliman and the Lion. Oh, if Lion comes back as a bad guy, that'd be so cool, wouldn't it?
So to bring it
oh,
kind of
Lionel Johnson
back in a
is wicked,
circle,
guys.
this is
He
quite
a
cool
wicked
because at the
guy.
moment with Yvraine and Gilliman and Cole, we're kind of caught up with where we are in the current timeline. So it'll be interesting now to see where we go. So obviously, we're going to get this new supplement book, which should give us a bit more lore with like Metallica and the
so
because
basically,
Metallica is a big Forge World planet.
It is. So
It's a big Forge World planet.
Typhus is basically leading the Death Guard from what I can pick up from the fluff so far. So Typhus and the Terminus Est bringing
Typhus is a badass, bro.
bringing the whole of the first company of Death Guard basically to come and try and take Metallica Homeworld, because obviously that'd be a massive scalp for the Death Guard.
Oh,
Give them loads of resources. So he's turning up there with a bunch of dudes to try and kick the front doors in and take names. So yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
So
You know, guys, I really want Horus to come back.
yeah, that's not happening.
That's not happening.
That's
I really
not
want
happening.
Horus to come back.
I think
That'd be badass.
I would like to know opinions actually. If we're gonna get another Primarch soon, like
oh yeah,
Chaos or Imperium, who is next?
the Lion probably.
Lion is Lion. Imperium wise, I think it'd be Lion or Lehman Russ, because I think they make the two most sense.
I
would
don't think
love-
he'll be Lehman Russ, you know, guys, because everybody thought it was going to be Lehman Russ.
We've had that
And
book
the
now.
last Space Wolf Codex.
There was a-
And now this Space Wolf Codex has come out and there's no Lehman
But
Russ.
there was it was one of the American, I think it might have been the LVO or something last year, where there was
Oh, yeah.
somebody on stage said that the next Primarch model that we release will be a model that's never had a model in 30k or 40k before.
So it's
Oh, yeah.
Jagatai Khan then.
So Jagatai Khan came to me, which obviously Jagatai is the only one who's not had a.
Although
had a-
saying
on,
that,
there's a-
when that was released, when that
so it
even
could be
happened,
Jagatai Khan.
well, when that happened, that was before Lionel Johnson came out as well.
That was before the release of Lionel Johnson and the Dark Ages
Ah.
Codex. So it's possible that.
What do you reckon, Dan? Would you like your Primarch?
Yeah.
Jagatai Khan?
Oh, be a badass.
Jagatai's a bit weird as a case because he's
Yeah,
obviously.
he's a weirdo, isn't
He's
he?
like, I'm not fighting you because then you'll know how good I am. that's his
Yeah.
famous. That's a famous argument.
Yeah, exactly.
Famous argument with. Is it Lehman Russ he has an argument with or so?
Mortarian, I think it
There's
is.
Mortarian, yes. He's like Mortarians will fight me then. He goes, no, I'm not fighting you, Mortarian, because then you'll know how good I am. And now you don't know.
Yeah, he's
how good I am.
secretly a coward, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's secretly a coward that won't fight anyone because
Oh, no.
of that.
Have you read
I'm
his
not going to
battle-
fight you because you won't know, because then you'll know how good I am.
Oh no! Did you not see the bit where he goes and rescues Sanguinius from beyond the walls?
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Sanguinius is fighting beyond the
Oh
walls.
no!
and
Yeah, see,
all
this is the
bikes-
thing. Is
all
this
the
in,
bikes
is
ride
this in
out
the
from-
Horus Heresy books?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, because I'm not that far into them, so I
Oh,
don't
yeah,
know.
so in,
The Wall. What's the Wall, guys?
So you know the
Oh,
you know the
It's the Battle of the Terror.
on the Battle of Terror.
Oh, the
Siege
Battle of Terror.
So
Okay.
there's the
yeah.
main walls of the palace.
Yep.
Where like the fighting's are happening right against the walls.
Oh yeah, because the
They're
White
fighting-
Scars have
of the
gone
Sa-
back to
of the
Terror to
Saxon
help.
Yeah,
Imperialis,
the White
yeah.
Scars,
The White Scars have gone back to
open the
Terror
gates to the palace and ride out into basically the battlefield.
Oh, that's so cool. That's like Helm's Deep, baby.
Yeah.
basically it's basically
Yeah, the White Scars, baby.
but led by Jagatai Khan.
Jagatai Khan. Oh, that's
And,
cool, man.
Sanguinius is out there fighting. He's being
Alone?
overwhelmed. Yeah.
Oh, bad.
Well, he's
Sanguinius
fighting
is-
he's fighting with his chapter, but he's fighting basically alone. And then Jagatai Khan and everyone comes out.
Is he him and Cantor? Is him and Pedro Cantor, isn't it? From the Imperial fists out there, and they're surrounded by chaos, and they're like.
Oh, I love
Do you mean
Sanguinius.
Dawn?
No, it's not Dawn. It's not Dawn. It's one of the other.
Oh,
It's a-
Sigismund or
It's one of the other high-ranking Imperial fists. I can't think. Of
Oh,
which one it is.
okay. So he's out there
He's
fighting
out there
with
back
someone.
to back with one of these other Imperial
Oh,
fists.
that's cool. But I love
And,
Sanguinius. Sanguinius is
and
so
obviously
cool.
then the White Scars ride
So
out
cool.
with
Jagatai Khan.
Jagatai.
Yeah, and then you realise how much of an actual
Badass.
Badass.
Genghis Khan
Jagatai Khan.
badass he is.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Space
yeah.
Genghis Khan, that's
Okay,
what he
that's
makes
He
friends.
goes
cool.
absolutely radio red.
Because I just think he's pretty boring. Like
is.
they don't do any cool stuff with
Doesn't he
Jagatai
throw his
Khan.
bike at someone? I
Throws
think
his bike.
he picks up his
Picks up
jetbike.
Moondraken and tries.
He picks up his ridiculously massive jetbike
Garrett,
and throws it.
spoiler for Manny, Erebus is a dick.
Jeez.
Yeah,
Erebus is a
Erebus
dick.
is, yeah.
Erebus is the original.
Yeah, I've seen some of the crappy stuff that Erebus has
Oh,
done.
he's the original dick. He started.
He's the original dick.
Started the heresy.
Erebus.
He's a proper
Oh yeah,
badass,
he's the word bearer's Chaplain.
High
Right?
Chaplain.
High Chaplain.
Wow, man.
He's
And
the
he
one who
whispers
started
words
whispering.
into Lorgar's ears,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Oh, that's so good. I think it's cool how, like, a regular dude started everything.
He was the first person to fall to chaos.
First dick.
First
He was the first dick.
Yeah, first person to fall to
Lord of Dicks.
Lord of
Lord of
dicks.
Khan did fight Mortari, didn't he?
in the Battle of Terror, in the CEO.
Oh, is that where he fights him in the Battle for Terror?
Yeah.
And that's
Oh,
he says, you don't
cool,
realise how
cool.
good I am.
No,
And
you
kicked the
finally
crap out of Mortari.
Kick the
Yeah, this is what I mean.
absolute
He's just a bit
shit out of
boring,
him.
isn't he? Like there's not much about him. It'd be nice if there was more about him.
There's
so
a
yeah,
book-
it would be
book
cool
about
if
it.
he
There is-
was
there
the
is a-
Primarch
there is a
that comes
Primarch.
out.
There is a Primarch book talking a little bit about him being so quiet,
Okay.
and the reason he's
Because there's like loads of Primarchs that are very dominant in the fluff. It would be nice to see more of Jagatai Khan.
You flick a switch and he just goes radio rental at people, and he's just like,
Yeah, no, I've read whole novels about it. Stories
Alright,
about
alright.
it, stuff like that.
he just he says
It
he,
talks about how they modify. Like, there's one where it talks about all their space battles and stuff like that.
Oh,
about
yeah.
how the White Scars have modified all their ships to do like maneuvers and
to be quicker and
and
lighter.
like quicker and stuff like that.
Well, they are. They're lightning assault, right? That's their whole
yeah,
thing.
that's a super fast assault. Like he was renowned for
That's what
taking
they want.
planets in like days rather than prolonged sieges.
That's so
Just
cool.
like in and out, bosh it.
Yeah,
Blitzkrieg,
done.
Blitzkrieg.
I will literally like I don't need to
nice.
attack. I don't need to attack like certain like a big like a base. It's like I just need to kill all these people in these bases, and I take over the planet immediately.
What happened to Jagatai Khan then? Where is he? Like,
He-
because obviously everyone
Well,
has
he's
their
off.
own
He
just
like.
disappears.
he just
He's
disappeared.
one of the few that we don't know where. There's no way of knowing. He just
wow.
disappears.
Because
It's not
there's
like-
things about the lion about where people think he is and
The
stuff
li- the
like that.
Lion's
isn't
on the rock.
Lions asleep on the rock.
Lions sleep on
That's
the rock.
actually in the back of the Dark Angels.
Yeah,
Codex.
he's asleep in the
The
rock. He's in
lion is
status.
asleep on the rock.
So when
It's
him
in
and
the back of the
Lufa,
Dark Angels Codex.
Oh,
him
wow,
and Lufa
okay.
go back to the rock and have a fight.
yeah.
Lufa actually mortally wounds him.
Badass! Guys, I told you, Luther is a badass, man.
But-
Luther is a
But
badass.
the reason he's able to wound him at all is because Lion doesn't want to kill him.
No, Luther's a
Because
badass,
if
guys.
Lion wanted to
Luther
kill
is a
him,
badass.
they said like I think Lufa said because he regrets it afterwards, and he's like, because I think he's in exile, isn't he? He's actually alive, but he's in exile.
Yeah, like Lion was about to kill him and then let him go or something. And
He's
then
like- he's
Luther
like-
just
there's like-
fucking went, screw you, punk!
Lufa said, I think because Lufa's like,
Shivved him.
Lufa's like, if we come to fight, I cannot win.
Yeah.
You will literally kill me immediately. But he's like, you can redeem yourself, and he's like, you're letting me off easy. I'm gonna take advantage of this, and then he regrets it.
Shivs him.
Yeah.
Like,
Throwing inside.
the other Primarch, like Lehman Russ has obviously went off into the Eye of Terror with the
Didn't
13th.
Khan go with Russ?
No.
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 So
Russ-
apparently,
the Eye of Terror.
so they've changed some background somewhere because
Yeah, there's-
Russ apparently went off looking for Lionel Johnson
Yes.
because he believed he'd got into the Eye of Terror to go and find out where like the remnants of Horus's forces went. So he's gone off somewhere. That's
And
where
then
they found.
Then Korax found out that wasn't the case.
Yeah, Gareth is in it. Luther is still alive and on the rock.
Yeah.
Oh, Jagatai Khan has just buggered off like Russ.
Luther's alive.
Yeah,
This is what I mean, man. Like, they haven't said, like, where the Primarchs have gone, right? Like,
Well, yeah.
well, Russ has gone into the Eye of Terror to fight, right?
There's fluff about
Because he's the
Korax.
biggest badass, obviously.
Korax goes into the Eye to look for Russ.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, Korax is... I love Raven Guard as well, guys.
We're
Korax
not-
is awesome.
We're not entirely sure where Vulcan is, but I believe rumors were he's on Terror.
Vulcan's been killed about
What, Vulcan?
10 times, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Mid
Vulcan's been
generation.
Salamanders.
Yo, Vulcan is a badass. I think it's just because he keeps coming back.
Vulcan fell from orbit with no power armor and survived.
Yeah, Vulcan is badass,
Awesome.
man.
Vulcan's
Vulcan's a perpetual,
Dawn.
right?
Yeah,
He's a
Vulcan's
perpetual.
Rogel
So he's the one who...
Dawn, they found it all. The only thing that they found of Rogel Dawn was his power fist with his hand still in it.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah. So they found his arm severed with his power fist.
So
still
what
on
I
it.
want to know is these guys... Oh, yeah, he says Dawn might be dead.
Dawn might be
Okay.
dead.
So
Dawn might be dead.
I just want to know, man. Like, why have the Primarchs all just pissed off?
Because
After
at the
this,
end
you know
of
what I mean?
because at the end of the
So, oh yeah, sorry guys.
Harrison.
The main topic. Where did Jagatai Khan go then?
so we don't know.
Oh, we don't know.
We
There's
no
literally
fluff to suggest
there's
where
no
Khan's gone.
fluff anywhere written which confirms where he has gone. He
So
is-
like what? Straight after the Battle of Terror, we know nothing else about
You don't know.
Jagatai
We
Khan.
know
don't know
nothing
else
official.
what happened after the Battle of Terror. He just disappears from history for all at the moment. For all
Oh
we can
wow.
Like I said, it's kind of like Korax is kind of
Yeah.
like I think his background where he'd gone to go find Russ was fairly recent.
Yeah.
Korax has gone to find.
And
Russ.
yeah, I'm
Well,
so
very-
again
very
somebody
true.
can
Still
somebody can
10,000 years ago.
yeah somebody again can correct me, but I'm pretty sure Vulcans apparently on Terra. He's apparently in the Emperor's palace somewhere.
So
What?
Allegedly,
Vulcan is.
Well, Vulcan's apparently regenerating somewhere on Terra. Though is the latest suggestion.
Same as like what's his name?
crazy, man.
Constantine Valdor is also alive. He's on Terra.
Valdor's alive.
His
on Terra.
his literal
Valdor,
job
man.
now is literally to guard the Emperor.
that's-
He failed once. He won't fail again.
Constantine Valdor. Valdor's a badass, isn't he?
Ferrus Manus
Valdor's
Ferrus
so
Manus is
cool.
obviously dead. Sanguinius is
Yeah, Ferrus
dead.
Manus got battered by Fulgrim, didn't he? Yeah. Go
Obviously-
Chaos.
There's two Fulgrims knocking around two Fulgrims knocking around now.
What?
Yeah. So what's his name? The
Oh, wow.
Emperor's Children chappie, the apothecary, Fabius.
Fabius
Bile.
Bile.
Oh, Fabius
So
Bile,
Fabius
yeah, yeah.
Bile found obviously he had obviously hidden laboratories all over the empire, and he found that he had some original DNA of Fulgrim. And he's
No way.
As you do.
Oh.
It's like having a bottle at the back of the fridge.
He's grown a Fulgrim, but it's Fulgrim before he was tainted by chaos.
Oh, that's
as
so
well.
cool.
there is a Fulgrim clone out there, which currently, according to the fluff, he realised the error of his ways when this Fulgrim clone was getting out of hand. So he manages to subdue him, and he's basically sold him to the Necron, to Nephosaurus.
Trezan the Infinite
Trezan
has him
the
in his
Infinite.
has him in his collection. Has a clone of
Trazyn the
Fulgrim.
Infinite has a
his
clone of
museum.
If
Fulgrim.
you know the collector from Avengers, that's Trazyn the Infinite, basically.
Oh, that's so cool. He has him
basically
in his collection.
Yeah. So he's currently got the clone of Fulgrim.
Is he alive?
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
he's in like a stasis.
in a
Oh,
stasis pod.
whoa, that's so cool, man. I love it. I think that's class, man. Oh, yeah, I was reading the Fulgrim book and, like, how, like, the Emperor's children fall to chaos and stuff like that. And I thought one of the best things about this was, what's it called? You know when is it the Drop Site Massacre?
Yeah, it's
No,
it's
no,
Fan
sorry, no,
Four.
not the Drop Side Massacre. I think of the wrong thing. When it first happens, when the Chaos Turning first happens, and they bomb their own legions.
Yes, yeah, that's
You know what I mean?
That's Isfan 3.
It's Van 3, yeah. When they bomb their own legions, yeah.
That's when the Death Guard virus bomb everybody.
Yeah, that one when the Death Guard virus bomb everyone. That bit there, because they're fighting down on the planet, right?
Yeah.
And Saul Tarvitz is awesome, by the
Emperor's
way.
Children legend.
Yeah, he's awesome, isn't he? Yeah,
And
Saul
the
Tarvitz is.
Dreadnought as well. I can't think of the Dreadnought's name. Is the other one.
Rylanor.
Yeah, Rylanor, the
Oh,
ancient.
Rylanor, yeah, because he, Saul Tarvitz is battling the crap out of everyone. He's fighting through everyone, and then he, like, bursts through the wall, kind of thing. Like, he falls through the wall, and he gets up on the other side, and Rylanor's kicking the crap. He's in the building, in his dread armor, kicking the crap out of everyone.
Yeah.
And he's kind of class, because he runs off after that, and, because Lucius is a snake of a guy, and he was sent down to die because he wasn't high enough ranked in
warrior lodges,
in the Emperor's Children. Oh yeah, the warrior lodges. Yeah, in the Emperor's Children, Lucius wasn't that high ranked, but he was a badass swordsman, right? Like a badass, the best, right? Yeah, so he was sent down on the planet to die. Yeah. But he kind of rebels, and Saul Tarvitz doesn't know what's going on. And this is the most incredible thing, because Saul is like one of the die-hard loyalist Emperor's Children.
Doesn't realise Lucius is turned.
Yeah, and he is beating the crap out of, like, the other legions out, like, down there, and then he realizes that the other ones have turned. The other legions have turned. So I think it's World Eaters, isn't it?
Yes.
He's fighting like 10 World Eaters with him and two Emperor's Children. There's 2 Emperor's Children and Saul Tarvitz, and they're battling 10 World Eaters, and they're fighting through, and he loses both the other guys, but he makes it. He kills them all, doesn't he? He kills them all. He's absolutely battered, and he bursts in through a room in that, after the Rylanor thing.
Lucius has murdered a load of people. Yeah.
That's the last two. No. That was the best thing about the book. That was my favourite thing about the whole book. Because everybody wants Saul Tarvitz to do really well, right? It's like Loken. Like Garviel Loken from the Lunar World. You want him to do well, right? So that's the thing. Everyone wants Saul Tarvitz to do well. And I think he kills the last 2 World Eaters by ramming through that wall, right? So he rams through the wall, he drops on the floor, he gets up. Rylanor's beating the crap out of everyone. And then he goes upstairs, I think. He goes upstairs, bursts into a room, and it's Lucius fighting against like 6 Emperor's children on his own, and then Saul Tarvitz is like, oh, all these men have turned on Lucius. So Saul Tarvitz runs into the middle, goes back to back with Lucius, and starts chopping everyone up.
Loyalist.
Yeah, loyalists. Starts chopping up loyalist Emperor's children. But you think they're bad guys, and Lucius and Saul are just fighting them all, and you think, oh, this is badass. Brothers in arms, back to back. And then they kill all the Emperor's children in the room, don't they? The both of them. They kill all of them until because Saul Tarvitz is already wounded. So he turns around and he looks at Lucius, and Lucius is like, oh, the look on your face. You've killed all your own men? Yeah. And Saul was like, what do you mean? They're like betrayed you? And he was like, nah. I betrayed them. And then you've just helped me kill all of your own men. And then Saul Tarvitz goes mad and just goes after Lucius, doesn't he? But he's wounded, and Lucius just
paddles him,
Lucius just pans him off. He's like, get out of my way. I'm the master swordsman, not you. Yeah, and that's the whole thing about it. And I thought that story was class.
Gareth's just said as well, Rylanor gets an awesome moment later in the series, and he does, because Rylanor actually survives the virus bombing. And
does he?
There's a great moment where he... somebody turns up, is it Fulgrim or somebody turns up on a planet where he is?
Yeah.
And there's 2,000 Suns sorcerers on the planet doing some magical shenanigans.
Yeah.
And basically he ends up blowing up
magical shenanigans.
And there's an unexploded like virus missile or virus bomb on the planet.
Oh yeah.
So basically he ends up basically blowing up and killing a load of Death Guard, I think they are, who've come to the planet.
That's class.
What
like, Rylanor does?
Yeah, it's like, I know I can't.
Oh, that's so cool.
I know I can't win, but 2 fingers up to you, and just basically.
Oh, that's so
cool.
Kills
these people. It kills these two other guys who are.
Yeah, Rylanor's a badass, isn't he?
He dies heroically.
That's so cool, man. I think guys. I think everybody will agree with me. I like the start of the Horus Heresy stuff.
Oh, the first 4.
The loyalists in the traitor legions are badass, man. Yeah. Garrow is so cool.
Garrow,
oh man, Nathaniel Garrow. The Flight of the Eisenstein. Oh, it's so good, man. So good. I love Garrow. Doesn't he become the first Grey Knight?
No, him and Loken.
No, they are.
Oh, him and Loken. Yeah.
I think Garrow becomes one of the first Lords of Terror, doesn't he?
No, he's one of the Grey Knights. Garrow goes on to form the Grey Knight, one of the original founders of the Grey Knight.
I was going to say, yeah, isn't he like...
Loken's
no, I don't think he does.
Loken's invited as well, but Loken refuses.
No, I don't think it was Garrow. I think Malcador is the big one who does the Grey Knights. In the Grey Knights book, Malcador chooses like a few people to found the Grey Knights.
No, that's what I mean. Isn't Garrow the first Grey Knight?
No.
Oh no!
I think Garrow's invited. Sorry, Garrow's invited to join, but him and Loken both refused.
Oh, I don't think so. Because the whole point was they needed somebody. They needed people who were like immune to chaos. Well, obviously, like
so I'm pretty sure it was Garrow because they
because they're not psychers. Because obviously all Grey Knights are psychers, and Garrow's not a psyker.
Oh yeah, that's true. Actually,
I believe Garrow becomes one of the first Lords of Terror. I might be wrong, but. I'm pretty sure Garrow stays on.
I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure Garrow stays and becomes something to do with like the Lords of Terror.
Yeah, because Garrow's a badass.
Yeah.
Garrow's a badass. The fluff. Loken, Garviel Loken, man. Everybody loves Loken, right? Loken was a badass. And then all the loyalists going through his class
as well. Like what's the female character who has all the visions, and she ends up getting sent back to Earth in Terror as a saint.
Oh,
as well. There's a load of really cool characters from that series that all get.
That's so cool, man.
Amazing screen time. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I can't wait.
I think it's really worth watching.
That,
if you really love like the Heresy books and you really like the lore, I would tell what's really worth watching. And you can get the audiobook. It's Valdor, which I've just finished.
Okay,
Valdor book is insane. It's about the forming. It's like they're building the Emperor's Palace.
Yeah. Oh, really?
About like killing all the Thunder Warriors, and literally the book is the moment the Primarchs go missing. Yeah. Like
who are the Thunder Warriors? Sorry, guys.
So the Thunder Warriors were what the Emperor had before he made the Space Marines. So
the Thunder Warriors are what he had first.
Space Marine version 1.0.
No way! What, he killed them all?
Well, so the rumours are. Basically, they ceased to be useful to him because he replaced them with Marines. And
so basically,
no way.
The Thunder Warriors have a defect in that they kind of go mental over a period of time.
He couldn't control them. Like if he couldn't say, just go and do this, and then they go.
So
and
the
do it.
Emperor's a prick then?
Oh, he's a colossal douche.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he's an awful person.
Oh, wow,
man.
wow.
It's like when people ask who the good guys are and the bad guys are in the 40k universe. I think for some extent Chaos are actually the good guys.
The good guys.
Bizarre, 'cause
The only good guys in the entirety of 40k
Yeah, but the-
probably is the Necrons.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, not the Necrons. Sorry,
The
ignore me.
Tau.
Tau,
The
sorry.
Tau.
The Tau.
The Tower. I
I was gonna say the Necrons aren't the bloody good guys. They went in and bloody killed the lizard men.
If you,
That's horrible.
but you can almost assign Dungeons and Dragons like alignments to various factions. But the only like, I suppose.
Didn't they do a thing where they said the Necrons would win if it was everyone fought overall? The Necrons would
No,
win.
no.
the
Tyranids will win.
would- This is the big.
What?
problem.
No,
This is the
Necrons would win, right? Didn't they do it?
No.
Tyranids.
Oh, really?
Necrons will win.
No, the Tyranids- everyone,
It's a fact.
everyone in the unit.
Sorry, was it like
Sorry, I'm just gonna
fluff
turn this
bunnies that came up with this?
Sorry.
So it's a fact.
I just want to show you this.
What?
Yeah.
Fluff bunnies came up with it, so it's a fact.
Right.
Or did GW do something where they said the Necrons would win?
Look at this gem. Look how beautiful that gem is in her.
Oh, that looks really cool, bro. Oh, that looks really,
Yeah, very
really cool,
cool.
bro. Yeah, yeah.
Sorry, I'm painting gemstones. You probably can't
So why is it the Necrons would win,
see
Dan?
anything? There we
Well,
go.
the Necrons are strong because obviously they killed.
I wanna hear
they
this, I
killed
wanna
the
know.
Catan, so nobody else has killed an enemy as powerful as the Necrons have.
Oh, is the Catan? The Catan were gods, right?
Catan
From what
were
I can
gods,
gather.
yeah, they were star gods. They used to
The
live in
Catan-
the centre of stars.
Tyranids need
Catan were
biomass.
gods. Okay.
The Tyranids need biomass to recreate and spread.
So
But
Yes.
the Necrons
don't have any
in the
biomass.
floor,
Don't
they
know.
don't have any biomass.
Yeah, yeah.
And as soon as they die, they
Yeah.
phase out and go back to, and they phase out back to the tomb world where they get rebuilt.
Oh yes, okay.
So they would just go in, kill the Tyranids, and as the Tyranids kill them, they
just
phase out.
regenerate instant.
Well, the problem
They
is
phase
that
out.
they
But then the
lose.
Tyranids eat that whole planet and like triple in
But there's
number.
nothing for them to eat.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
There is nothing on
No, they eat the planet.
But the Necrons
That's what
are
Tyranids
the
do.
most scientifically advanced race
Yeah, yeah.
in the galaxy.
Yeah.
So they just fucking destroy anything that the Tyranids get anywhere near, and then they destroy the Tyranids. And then whenever they go into battle,
No.
with the Tyranids,
The
they're
problem
killing more
is-
than they're eating.
The problem is that story actually got retconned because the Necrons now realise that if the Tyranids destroy everything, they don't get their bodies back. So they have to actually fight them. And they know they can't win because the Necrons will just eat everything.
I'm not
If the Tyranids eat everything, Necrons lose. Because they have no way to get their bodies back.
Because they have no way to get their bodies back.
The whole point of the Silent King is like, I'm trying to find a cure for the curse of like, because remember, don't forget the Catan tricked them into having these metal bodies.
Yeah,
They don't want them because they lost all their free will.
Yeah.
So they're trying to like the Silent King's trying to find a way to put his people back into like living bodies.
Yeah.
If the Tyranids eat everything, there's nothing living for them to go back to. Necrons lose.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not so sure we
suppose.
could use that word in chat, by the way, Patrick, but I do agree with you.
What's this? Sorry. Oh. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. So guys, obviously, I know nothing of the Emperor at the moment. You know, I'm only a few books into the Horus Heresy, so I actually don't know anything. Guys, in the Horus Heresy, is there a lot of? I suppose because the Horus Heresy is all up to like the Horus trying to come and kill the Emperor, and then the Emperor getting mortally wounded, right?
Correct, yeah.
So there must be quite a lot of scenes in the Horus Heresy books, including the Emperor, right?
Yep.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Yeah. See, I have not even met him like that yet. So
yeah, he's not. He doesn't really appear that much because obviously.
is he just an asshole the whole way
a
through?
lot of the day-to-day running of terror he still leaves to the
Yeah,
Primarch,
Malcador.
to
Oh,
the
Malcador.
Malcador, the Sigilite, who's his regent.
Oh, cool.
And who may or may not be, you know, to some extent, equivalent of a Primarch in or Primarch version 1.0, depending on who you believe.
Oh yeah. Okay, cool,
He's
cool,
the
cool,
most
cool.
psychically, he's the second most psychically powerful being ever to have lived, apart from the Emperor.
Oh, cool.
And the only reason that the Emperor could go to the battle barge and kill Horus was that Malcador had to sit in the Golden Throne, and even then he only managed to sustain it long enough for the Emperor to do his job and get back again, and then Malcador dies, obviously.
Oh, Malcador died.
Malcador dies.
Oh yeah, he's literally
oh,
dust.
wow.
He dusts himself.
He gets fried on the Golden Throne. Malcador
Oh
does.
wow.
He manages to sustain the seal on the portal, stopping the demons getting in for long enough for the Emperor to transport to
Vengeful Spirit.
Transport to the Vengeful Spirit. And kill
Oh yeah, the
Horus.
Vengeful Spirit and kill Horus.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
So yeah, and then obviously the next most powerful psychic being after that is Magnus, and there's some suggestion that the Emperor always envisaged that Magnus would be the one to come and
sit on the Golden
sit
Throne.
on the Golden Throne
Yeah.
eventually and take over from him.
Yeah.
But obviously then Magnus, who did nothing.
Magnus did nothing wrong. Magnus did nothing wrong, guys.
Magnus did
Magnus
a lot
did
of stuff
nothing
wrong.
Shut up, Simon.
Um,
Magnus did nothing
I
wrong.
mean, there's a lot of other people in the Thousand Sons that did do more wrong. I mean, what's his name?
Ahriman.
Ahriman's just an absolute.
Oh, is he?
Ahriman's horrible.
Ah,
Like, the
okay.
whole
I need to
rubric-
read more
the whole
and more of
rubric
this.
of Ahriman and turning all the Emperor's children.
Oh yeah,
space marines to
technically,
dust is all
technically, Magnus and Ahriman should never be in the same army. They hate each
they
other.
hate each other's
They
guts.
hate. Each
Oh, really?
Yeah, because
oh,
he dusted half of Magnus's legion.
Yeah, he turned
Oops.
them all to dust with the rubric of Ahriman. and
Yeah.
That's why they're all like zombies now.
Yeah, there's nothing in their power armor.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
Yeah, they hate each other.
But yeah, he cast him out. He cast him out of Thousand Sons.
Yeah, he's like, how about no?
You're
You
right,
can leave.
Persona non grata.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
him and his entire cabal of sorcerers just got cast out.
Right.
Oh, really?
Sorry,
Oh,
I'm
wow.
going to change the subject slightly once again. I have finished 4
Keepers of the
Keepers of Secrets.
Keepers of Secrets.
I just need to base them.
They're not based, Si. They're not based.
That's
You
your
shut
job,
your
man.
face. You
Oh
said you were
my
based.
god, that's the thing that takes the longest. They're not even
Well, you-
based. Oh my god.
How many
Si.
bases have you done? It's 1, 2.
30?
No. 21 you've done.
Yeah. That takes the longest, man. You see these bases?
Yeah, but
That's- yeah, I've actually done some painting this stream, guys. I've actually finished painting 3.
Oh, did they, Gareth? Where, I don't.
Oh, what's this? Sorry.
Magnus and Harriman have apparently kissed and made up.
Oh, really? Oh,
I've
okay.
missed that somewhere along the line.
There we go. Okay.
Free, sexy.
Yeah,
Guys, don't quite a lot of legions. You know how we were saying like
And please those.
the Thunder Warriors.
Yeah.
They had sorry, Thunder Warriors. Is that right? Thunder Warriors were
Warriors.
Space Marines 1.0.
Yeah, 1.0.
Yeah. So Thunder Warriors, they had a defect, right?
Yeah.
Don't
Yes.
quite a lot of legions have defects because I know
Yeah,
like
but-
the
Oh, yeah, they
Space
all
Wolves
know
have the
I think
Wolfen
that's-
defect.
That's all to be due to being some of it what they inherited from the Emperor, and some of it as to what they happened to them when they were exposed to the warp as babies.
So,
Yeah, 'cause,
Blood
the
Angels,
Thousand
Blood Angels
Sons-
have a really bad one, which is the
Yeah, Blood Angels have the
Thirst.
Red Thirst, right?
And they also-
Thousand Sons
well,
have
they
the,
have
the
two.
flesh change.
The Black Rage and the Red Thirst.
So the Black Rage is them having
And
the
the
same
results.
vision of being killed by Horus.
That's
That's what sends.
Oh, yeah, they have visions of Sanguinius dying.
No, they don't have visions of Sanguinius. They have visions of them as Sanguinius being killed. by
Being
Horus.
killed by Horus.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's the
wow.
psychic backlash
Of Sanguinius dying.
Yeah. The Red Thirst, though, it's in one of the books.
They're
I think it's in.
They're basically vampires.
Yeah,
Gareth's
the
in
Red
chat.
Thirst.
Gareth, can you remember the book? Is it Fear to Tread? I think it is. Where they explain where the Blood Angels are slowly having the Red Thirst. It's
Yeah, so
becoming
they've
more
got
and
the
more-
Red Thirst. Thousand Sons have got the flesh change,
Yeah.
where they mutate.
Yeah. Wolves have-
Space Wolves have got the Wolfen.
Wolfen.
Yeah.
Ah, the Curse of the Wolfen, right?
Iron Hands don't have
quite a
one,
few
but
on
the
there.
Iron Hands thing was like they kept replacing all of their
replacing
limbs with
body
electrics.
parts with bionics and
Yeah.
stuff like that to become obsessed with the flesh being
weak.
Yeah, absolutely. White Scars
Wow. White Scars don't have one, do they?
don't have it. This is the other thing. This is the reason about Jagatai, because the White Scars don't have a real visible flaw,
Yeah.
other than the fact they lose their shit and go a bit bonkers in combat.
Night
Like,
Lords?
Do they though?
Night
I
Lords
thought
have.
White Scars were like the organised combat guys.
Well,
Like
yeah,
they're just
yeah.
fast and they hit quick and they get the hell out of there.
Night Lords have a pretty bad one. Their eyes, they don't do well in the light.
Yeah, so they
Oh really?
That's
They're
Look at
Nocturne's perpetual dark. So when the
Oh,
Emperor,
Nocturne is dark.
perpetual darkness on Nocturne.
Oh.
so they have
wow.
night vision. So when the Emperor turns up in like a golden light, it was blinding for everybody.
Yeah, Nocturne. Yeah.
Oh wow.
So they have they all of their gear and helmets are all modified, so it's all dark for them. So
Hence
they
the,
can
hence
see.
the bat,
Oh, yeah.
hence the bat helmets and sonar and all that
Yeah,
sort of stuff.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, whoa, that's cool, man. That's really, really
That's
cool.
us.
They're basically all power armored Batmans.
Yeah,
Obviously
Luna Wolves had nothing. I don't think they had anything.
Well, the World Eaters obviously were all nails in the
That
head
was the
and
butcher's
cock-
nails.
Oh yeah, the
nails
butcher's
and cockers.
nails, man.
Well, that was
Yeah,
because
yeah.
that was a warrior thing they all had, and
Slanesh was obviously the seeking the perfection in
Oh,
everything.
well,
yeah,
it
seeing
was the
affection,
vanity,
yeah.
their
Vanity and
insane
perfection,
vanity, and they had a massive jealousy of the Blood Angels because they had
Who
to
did? Sorry, the.
thousands Everest
Full-
children.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Because,
yeah.
because they had to make an effort to basically be these beautiful things.
Better than Sanguinius, basically, because obviously Sanguinius was the most beautiful thing ever.
So they had to make a lot of effort.
Yeah,
Whereas Blood
Sanguinius
Angels
was like
were
an
naturally,
angel, wasn't he?
Yeah, whereas like
Yeah.
Blood Angels were just naturally like beautiful.
Yeah.
Whereas like thousands had to make an effort, and they hated, and they resented them for that.
Oh, okay.
What else have we got? Night Lords.
Salamanders didn't really have anything like specific.
Salamander. Oh, thingy are cool, man, aren't they? Blood Angels. So cool.
Neither do Ultramarines because they're a perfect
Oh, yeah, so
faction in
guys,
every single way.
Here's a question for you. Something that I've been wondering. What did each Primarch get from the Emperor? Because obviously Vulcan
So-
is the obvious one. He got the perpetual, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like,
Magnus gained the most.
Oh,
of
the
his-
psychic
Magnus
thing. Yeah, he
gained
gained the
psychic
psychic ability. Yeah.
then Dawn gained his strategic, all his
Yeah.
strategic knowledge.
Oh,
Gilliman
yes,
gained
Dawn,
his
yeah.
leadership.
Yeah. To some extent, Iron Warriors, Petarabo, and
Manus.
Dawn basically got two halves of the same. One is
Oh, yes,
one is
Petarabo
defense,
and
and the other is
Dawn.
attack.
One is siege and one is
and
defense.
counter-siege, yeah.
Oh yeah. So yeah, because Dawn is counter siege, isn't he?
Yeah, Dawn's
He's
counter-
defense.
Yeah.
Okay, and then Perturabo is siege.
Trying to think of else. What did Kurz get? Conrad. Can't think what he got. He got
It was
some
cunning or something
cunning,
like that.
yeah, like the Emperor's cunning and
Russ
Okay.
gained his ferocity.
yeah.
Russ gained his ferocity.
Yeah.
Angron.
Anger, I guess. Angry Ron.
His anger.
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't
wow.
think it. I don't think it was
Angron's
specific.
Angron's story is really sad. I don't know if anybody's read it though. But it's
Yeah.
like because obviously he's the only one of the Primarchs who doesn't get brought upon a planet where he's treated as a god.
Oh really?
'cause
Okay,
he's
yeah.
like-
warrior.
I don't know.
He's
I don't
like-
know the
if you've
fluff.
seen Conan the Barbarian,
Yeah.
he's basically Conan the Barbarian. He gets brought upon this
Oh,
planet
wow.
to be a pit fighter.
Sorry, I said we'll take a nice 2.5 hours. That was 20 minutes ago.
20 minutes
I just
ago.
want to say that.
Yeah, we should,
so
we should
we're going
probably
to
wrap
midnight. If there's anybody still watching, have we still got people watching?
Yes.
You
Got
still have
6
people
people still watching.
wow.
Oh, that's on Facebook
Yeah,
only.
Kurz was Foresight. That's right. So he gained
Kurz was
Oh,
Foresight.
Kurz was Foresight.
Because
Ah,
obviously
Conrad
Kurz
Kurz.
foresees his own death long before it happens when he
Yep.
gets killed by
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
he
That's
knows-
why he doesn't
yeah.
put up a fight
That's why
when
he
the
doesn't
assassins
put up
come.
a fight because he really
Oh
he knows that's when he's
yeah,
supposed
I've
to die.
heard about this. Conrad Kurz just lets himself die, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Well,
to a Calidus
allegedly,
assassin.
the screen goes black before the assassin kills him.
Yeah, so you could. It's left up to the readers.
Oh, well, is he
Je ne
dead
sais
then?
quoi. We don't know.
Oh, so
The-
Conrad
the-
Kurz
the-
could be alive.
The assassin survives and tells everyone that he's killed Conrad Kurz.
Maybe Conrad led him.
Yeah.
There's some suggestion that.
Oh,
They made a deal
okay,
and-
okay. That's interesting.
But there was another suggestion
That's
that
really
the assassin was
interesting.
actually Alfarius, for instance, and there's all sorts of
Yeah.
loads of other sort of.
There was. It was
Oh,
sent
cool,
sent by
man.
somebody who's loyal to the cause, basically. You know,
Oh.
it could be.
Cool, man, cool. And then Russ gained ferocity.
Yeah,
Jagtai Khan?
we don't know. Again, it's
He gained his sweet motorbiking skills.
Oh, he rides a Harley, obviously,
Harley,
right?
David
He got the Emperor's Harley, basically. Sweet.
Sweet.
Mortarian?
Speed and swiftness, I think, is what he got. What Jagatai got.
Mortarian? Got his
Resilience-
morning breath?
Resilience.
Oh, resilience.
Resilience
Yeah.
and toughness, yeah.
Cool. And then Fulgrim got his,
Vanity and
Perfectionism.
perfectionism, basically. Oh, cool, okay.
It's
okay.
quite like the background.
Sanguinius? His looks.
beauty and his grace.
I think he gained something else though. I think he gained his
Sanguinius.
what do you call it? Do you know like when you just have this kind of natural kind of like everybody just likes you?
Yeah. Magnetism. He's got that kind of.
Yeah, he was just a natural born like people just liked him.
Oh, cool.
then-
Well, they say in Horus makes it very clear in one of the books saying like I shouldn't have been War Master.
Yeah.
it should have been Sanguinius.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
There's no. It's
Oh,
a massive.
wow.
It's a massive shock to the whole of the.
Oh, yeah,
Primarchs
when he gets actually
when he makes
made
Horus
the
War
Warman.
Master.
Well, it's his favourite son, isn't it? Horus is his favourite son, right?
Horus
That's
is his
why
first-
he's
because
the...
Horus is his first son.
Oh, he's the first one he finds.
Yeah.
Is he? Oh, okay, yeah, see, I didn't know that.
Even though tactically Sanguinius was a better choice.
Oh, okay.
Sanguinius is
he
actually
was his
the
first
obvious
son.
one, which
Ah.
apparently is a thing to say, like, the Emperor knew what was coming.
Okay,
He
I
knew
thought
that Horus would-
thought he was his
he-
favourite son. I didn't know he was the first one.
Yeah, but apparently, like,
Oh,
there's things saying, like, apparently Horus knew what was going to happen with Horus, and he had to make him War Master for everything to play out.
Oh, wow.
Yes,
What? The Emperor knew what was coming.
Yeah, Dave makes
Yeah.
a good point that Conrad only turned traitor because he'd foreseen being assassinated by the Emperor's assassins. So that's the reason why
Oh,
he
he
turned traitor.
turns.
Yeah, because he saw that the Emperor.
He
knew
saw
that-
that the Emperor's going to send people to kill him.
That's of course in itself is a bit of a
Oh,
paradox
wow.
because obviously.
He wouldn't have sent anyone to kill him if he didn't turn.
there's a whole-
Oh, that's pretty damn cool, that is,
there's a
isn't
massive
it?
temporal paradox issue with that theory, but yeah,
That's
it's,
really cool, isn't it?
It's pretty cool.
But then, if
wow.
he didn't turn, the assassin would have come anyway for some other reason. It would have just happened. So it's like,
Yeah.
if he foresaw it, he's like, it's coming whether I
Oh,
rebel
yeah,
or not.
whether I rebel or not, it's coming, so fuck. F it. I'm going to turn anyway.
I think
Oh, well, that's
Gulliman
cool.
makes a comment
That's cool.
somewhere in the more recent fluff that if Sanguinius had still been alive, then Sanguinius would be where he is now. So even Gulliman acquiesces the fact that Sanguinius was.
The thing is, though,
Sanguinius is the one.
so going back to kind of
Sanguinius
modern
is the
times
one.
and like let's go like leading this back around to the game.
Yeah.
There are rumors that apparently they might retcon Sanguinius being alive
Oh my god. I love
because
Sanguinius. I love
he's so
Sanguinius.
popular
He's so
and
cool.
because he would make an
He's
amazing
just
model
so
and
cool.
because
Oh, yeah.
and because of money,
Money.
money,
Yeah.
money.
Everyone would buy Sanguinius. He's awesome.
But they're saying like, oh, well, he didn't like. I mean, he died on the Vengeful Spirit,
So they've recovered his
but they
body.
recovered him.
And Doino, there's
Oh, they recovered. They recovered
Yeah,
Sanguinius.
because they
Oh, I thought he was
because
just gone. I
No,
thought
because
Horus just...
they recovered the Emperor.
yeah.
Oh, I thought like
Yeah, they
Horus
recovered
just
Sanguinius'
poofed.
body and they interred him, but
What happened with the fight with Sanguinius? Because Sanguinius is a really good fighter, right?
Yeah,
so-
but you're talking demon Horus at the height of his power.
Oh, yeah, 'cause he was,
He gave Horus a proper good kicking, and that was some say that was the only reason that the Emperor then managed to turn up and finish him off because
He chinks his armor, doesn't he?
Sanguinius basically chinks his demon Terminator armor and allows
Oh,
the
wow.
Emperor a position to stick his lightning claw in and finish him off. But
I
Yeah,
love, I love,
Sanguinius is a badass.
I
right?
love the fact that
Sanguinius
there is a
is
story
badass.
where
So
Russ
this was
Russ
oh,
beats
sorry.
Horus.
yeah,
Oh, really?
Russ beats Horus, but right before he turns properly like
the,
demon.
the only person who everyone agrees will never be resurrected is Horus because the Emperor destroyed him utterly.
Oh
Yeah.
man!
In
Oh
mind, body,
man!
and spirit, he just destroyed him in the physical world, and then he obliterated his mind in the psychic.
Oh, did he?
Oh yeah, he
Oh.
totally did him
wow.
over.
Oh,
He
no.
literally released every bit of
Oh
psychic
no!
power
I want
he had
Horus
into-
back, man. He'd be so cool in Chaos
He'd
if
be
Horus
so
came.
overpowered.
Oh, he'd
my
be so
God.
cool, so cool.
Patrick says Sanguinius coming back would be shit for fluff and break the game.
Yeah, it would,
Probably right,
but-
Patrick.
Yeah,
You're right,
Sanguinius
Patrick.
would be
You're right, Patrick. But I
badass,
counter
man.
that argument with money.
Money.
Money. Yeah, Sanguinius would be badass, wouldn't he, if he came back? He'd
No,
be so
Fabius,
good.
Fabius definitely didn't clone Horus.
Absolutely didn't do that.
Didn't do that at
Yeah.
all.
What?
And absolutely.
Fabius had access to all of the DNA from all of the Primarchs. So if you can
Oh,
clone,
really?
Oh yeah, if you could clone Fulgrim, you could clone Horus.
Oh man, new Horus.
Which
Bring
is
back
why,
Horus.
people are hunting Fabius Bile down now when you do the whole.
Oh, is that why they're hunting him
That's why
down?
they're hunting
I
Fabius
didn't.
Bile
I
down.
didn't get that because I was like, why are the Death Guard hunting Fabius Bile? He's Chaos, right?
Yeah, because Mortarian's like,
So why are they
you
hunting him?
little bugger, I know what you've got.
Yeah. So
Why
why are they
are you
hunting
hiding
him?
in your
then?
bedroom?
Because
So why are they hunting him if he's trying to bring back the bad guys?
Obviously, he's done Fulgrim. Who's to say he couldn't do an unadulterated a Mortarion that was subservient to? There's loads of reasons why he wouldn't want two Mortarions running around. Let's face it. A good Mortarion.
But it's not that. It's if
I was gonna say, I was like, if he's bringing
he
back all the bad
he could
guys.
betray everybody and just bring back a legion of
A
Primarchs.
legion of Primarchs, basically.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah, he
He's just
could.
a
That'd
da-
be amazing.
He's a dangerous mofo.
It's Bill, mate. It's fabulous Bill.
He literally,
You know?
the only reason he
Fabulous
hasn't done
Bill.
it is because he's on the run. He hasn't got a permanent base and
Has he
enough
got
resources.
space? Oh wow, man! If he did that, that would be incredible.
Yeah.
That should be it. All the legions fighting against like 30 Primarchs.
We might start wrapping up anyway, guys.
Be really good.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
we're
we should.
pretty much done. We kind of turned it into a heresy stream somehow. I don't
No,
know
it's
why,
cool
so-
though, man. You know, we got through all the 40k we wanted to talk about. We got through all the 40k questions. So we thought, you know, let's talk a little bit about lore while we paint, right? That's
So
how-
we've had-
I found out a lot in this, man. I've learned a lot in this stream because obviously I don't know much about fluff at all. So it's good. It's cool to learn.
Thanks for having me up as well, guys. It's
Cool,
been
cool to learn.
Thanks
Yeah,
for
no,
joining
man.
us,
Thanks
Waz.
for joining us,
Appreciate
Waz.
you
It's
being
been
here.
awesome having you. But yeah, that's it, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Yeah, thank you
hold
everybody
on.
watching.
David, clones are untainted by... No, the clones are untainted by chaos.
Yeah, the clones are
So they're
totally
not
untainted.
traitors.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's why Death Guard wouldn't want him running around. It would be a good Mortarian who
Or a
came
good
back.
Fulgrim,
Oh,
Or-
whoa, okay.
Or a good Magnus.
or a good Magnus.
A Magnus that hadn't done anything wrong.
Oh, so can
Unlike
sit
the
on the
other one.
throne. Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Potentially.
That makes
Or-
sense. That's why they're hunted.
Or they could bring Sanguinius back.
Mhm.
And then
Why Fabius would do that is a matter. You know, why would she
Yeah.
do that? as
Yeah.
Fabius?
but the other
Horus.
Well, the other thing is, sorry, the last thing is as well, or Fabius could have none of them, and he's playing everybody.
That'd be funny. I mean, he does run around with his pimp stick. He looks
Yeah,
like a
he does.
badass.
He's
He
got a
could, he
tendon
could
now,
be
yeah.
playing anyone.
Guys, thank you all
Yeah,
so much
cheers,
for watching.
guys.
We
Yeah,
appreciate
thanks for
it.
watching, guys. We'll be
Bye.
back next week with another one of these. See you later, guys.
Bye,
See you later, guys.
Bye.